Wait, can you hear FE4? No, you can't. Okay, I don't have Streamlabs set up correctly. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. If you give me a second, I'll fix it. General sources. I'm really bad at Streamlabs, clearly. I'm still learning it. I'm still learning it. Applicate. Yep. Okay. That. Please enter the name of the source. SNES audio. We'll do this. We'll do this. Hold on. Okay. Wait. Fuck. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. But I don't know. Properties. Wait, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. Oh no. Fuck. Okay, something is wrong. Because it's not working still. Hello. So I thought I had got a thingy. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Okay. Properties? No. Oh my god, why do you suck so much, Streamlabs? OBS is so much simpler to just add the audio. Okay, we're just gonna trash you. Trash you. Trash you! Okay. We'll just, as a placeholder, I'm just doing, yeah, that. Okay, now you can hear FE4, right? I'm a professional. I'm a professional. I swear. Can you hear FE4 now, or not? I don't know. Hopefully. You can. SNES. Okay, oh, wait, oh my god, why do you suck so much, Streamlabs? You won't even let me... Oh my god, you suck. You suck, Streamlabs, you suck! What the fuck? I'm just trying to... Oh my god, Streamlabs, stop being a butt. It's terrible. It's terrible, I tells you. Internet is extremely slow. It doesn't even want to... Ooh, ew. Gross, I'm sorry. That's, I'm sorry. Okay, well, can you hear FE4, or is it silent now? Because I think we've got like a solution that works for now. But I don't know, how, like, I guess I'll have to look at it off stream to see if I can get, because previously I had just, like, every application, basically, like, as its own audio source, so that I could, like, turn off, basically, like, my wife, if she's playing, like, a game on my Xbox account, will get, like, achievement notifications. So far, silent. Oh, so it's silent now? You can't hear FE4 now? Okay, well, that's... Okay, so the workaround doesn't work, then. I hate Streamlabs. Okay. Let's see. Because, so, it's, according to all known laws of aviation, a bee can't fly. According to the Streamlabs, it's just capturing my entire desktop audio, but apparently it's not. So, common Streamlabs L. Common Streamlabs L. Okay, audio, input, audio, output, no, application audio. That's what I want. Add source. Because, so I want the, basically how I did it in, oh my god. Why can't you let me, okay, there we go, okay. Okay, okay, I think we got it, I think we got it. Boop. That should be there. Okay. If I mute this, can y'all hear FE4 now? Spaghetti. I like spaghetti. But it's working now. You hear FE4. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, I'm professional. I'm professional, I swear. Baller, baller, baller. Okay, 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 okay. So, basically, I had been previously streaming with OBS, but I'm trying to get used to Streamlabs because I'll need it for the charity stream, for, like, the charity notifications, right? There's, you know, growing pains with moving to Streamlabs. The biggest one being that, like, there's a couple of things that are, like, just handled differently, and, it throws me off. And the biggest one is, the way that it does audio capture for individual applications, because I have all of my, like, audio captures from specific apps instead of just my desktop in general. That way, if there's, like, a noise from the desktop that's unrelated to the thing streaming, it doesn't show up on stream, like the ding error, or, like, sometimes my wife is playing, like, games on our Game Pass, and I'll get, like, the Chivo notification. Alright, let's see where we're at. We got Paragon. I think we are ready to, well, I would say we're ready to rescue Shannon. He's gonna be okay. First step. Bye. Goodbye. I'm safe now. Good luck, Shannon. Okay, second step. What are your arenas? You cleared the arena. Okay, so we, I think, just have you go here, equip the crit jav, and wait, yeah. I guess Seliph wants to leave the castle as well. Like, he's just a liability, but he does need to siege eventually, which is, a thing. Lana can leave the castle. She's also kind of just a liability. Happy Pride Month if it's Pride Month in your time zone. It's not Pride Month in my time zone yet, but happy Pride Month to people who it is. Cause, fuck yeah, being gay. Okay, 2 below. So I think we send Lester. Oh, he can't reach. Oh, well, common Lester L. Also can't reach. Uncommon Oify L. You do nothing. I mean, I guess you're charmed, technically. But I think we keep you in the castle for now. Oh, wait. Do you... You do have the hand axe. Okay, baller. Do we blacksmith the brave axe yet? We didn't, and that's all you need money for, so we'll just do that. So you'll head out. Alright, and then you... Still can't reach. Wait, okay. Hold on. Does he have the foot leg? He does not have the foot leg. He should have the foot leg. Give me the foot leg. There we go. Now he can reach, because he has the foot leg. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go here, equip the Elwind. And I think that's everyone for now. I guess we can go ahead and have the Charm Brigade going. We'll just have to manage your positioning. But no one else... Yeah, you do... Oh, wait, no, you exist. You're a unit who exists. Right. I forgot about Julia. How could I forget about Julia? It's actually important to train her. It's actually, like, really important to train Julia, because since I can't use the tier thing, like, killing Julius is Julia's job now. Which is a little bit crunge. Alright, your turn. You're cringe. You're not cringe. You're fucking based, actually. You're gonna go... Do thing. Do thing. I should have used return. Oh, well. Oh, well. Yeah, okay. We're good, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. Is there anyone else who needs moving? Oh, right, you need moving. I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine. TBF, she's kind of better than Seliph at it anyway, so it won't be the worst thing in the world. Who? Who's better than Seliph? BTW Bachelor's mod has made me realize how insane Sigurd inheritance is. Is Bachelor's mod, like a substitute only thing? Julia at killing Julius? Oh, I disagree with that, actually. I think that the tier thing kind of, like, kills Julius for free, since you, like, hyper-invest in Seliph anyway. Whereas, like, wait, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Why are they going left? I'm confused. Are they chasing Patty after she teleported to safety? Or I guess maybe just because, like, there's no way for them to reach Shannon, they just, like, decided to go aggro on the next enemies available. Who would be, like, my squad over on the right-hand side, I guess? Interesting. Interesting. I've never seen what they do when they don't have, like, Shannon and Patty or Daisy to, like, deal with. That is interesting. Bachelor mod is that you can marry Sigurd and Quan to people that aren't canon. Oh! Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. I would be more interested in a mod that ends, after the word Quan. I would love you can marry Sigurd and Quan. Full stop. Okay, I think we Silver Lance you. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Thank you. Then visit, I think. Just to protect this village. Oh, he gets a speed ring. Okay, that's based. That's so based. That's so based of him. Okay. You... Okay, can we keep you out of range? Yeah, we can. Okay, so you... Send him home. He's gonna stay in the home castle until we need to recruit Altena. That's just sort of where he's at now. Sucks to suck. You probably need money as well, just cause you're gonna be grinding up to 20 using staves. So yeah, you also do that. Finn is unironically a better dad than Finn, and Sigurd Dermot is 2 tiers above normal self, and that's not an exaggeration. Wait, who do you think Finn should be the dad for? Dermot? Dermot is Dermot, right? Like that's just a different translation version of Dermot. Typo. Better dad than Quan for Leaf. How? What does he pass down? Oh, wait, no, he doesn't pass anything down, because Ethelyn passes stuff down. So he passes stuff to Altena? Is it because you use Miracle to, like, train Leaf? Yeah, Pursuit and Miracle. Oh, true, Pursuit. I always forget that Finn technically gives Pursuit, because, like, I don't like, having him be a dad, just because, like, then his inventory gets ganked. Okay. Lester, like, be slightly less worthless than normal. You do that. You do that. You do that. And you're gonna keep moving and also give Charisma Stars. Just making sure we're out of range, though. Yeah, we are. Okay. So you're gonna give Charisma Stars to Dermot in order to encourage him to be slightly less useless than normal. I think we just keep Patty in... Are there any unit talks? I know Patty gives the Brave Sword, but, like, that doesn't matter. Because it's a sword. Leaf can talk to Seliph. Oifi can talk to Dermot. It doesn't matter, because I think it's just Dermot's stat up, right? Yeah, so we're good to just end, I believe. But yeah, Pursuit and Miracle are, like, a hell of a skill combo. They're pretty good. I mean, it's part of what makes like training Finn easy in the early game. I mean, I wouldn't say easy necessarily, but like they're a big help. Also, even that guy didn't want to attack Lester. He was too scared of Lester's power, clearly. No crit. Fucking cringe. She doubled and got no crits. So, Arthur, you gonna be okay? You'll be fine, right? Because I don't think the 4th mage can reach, only the 3rd one. Back to Arthur breaking the game a little bit more. Typical FE4 gameplay, TBH. Yeah, you can't reach, you can't reach. We do have Ding Dong and Dungus coming this way. It's interesting, I guess like it makes sense that these guys would just like loop around when there's no Patty and Shannon to distract them, but it is interesting to see. My lord, we've received word that the Izakian rebels are on the move. Izakian rebels? Ah, the ones led by that brat Seliph, was it? Or Surlis? Something like that. Interesting, very interesting. The Empire's put a hefty price on that boy's head. Let's make sure we're the ones to rake in that bounty, shall we? Keep our border locked down for the time being. The best option is to let them run themselves ragged, leaving wide open for our strike. Instruct Commander Jabaro to put his squad on standby. His services will be needed in short order. Did Shanam and Patty both died? Shanam died. Patty is safe and sound in the castle. Hey, what's all this noise? You're not about to go to war, are you? No, we've not entered such a dire state yet. For the time being, we're merely preparing for the arrival of the Izakian rebel army. Oh, that's good. I'm a bit worried about how you're gonna have to go and fight too, Ares. What sorry excuse for a mercenary would I be if I refused to join the battle, Layla? Never mind. Never mind one which, rumor has it, will oppose Sigurd's son. Never would I deny a chance to personally slay the spawn of my father's mortal foe. You're still going on about that, are you? Oh, you dolt. I mean, think about it. Both your father and Sigurd and that Sigurd man were knights, weren't they? It's just part of a knight. Isn't killing just part of a knight's job? It's like my job. Sometimes I've got to dance for foul, leering men. I hate it, but it's part of the work. Just have to deal with it. We all gotta do what we gotta do to get by in life. I don't know. I just don't think it's right to hate someone for doing their job. Bro! The job was murder! Like, I know it's a misunderstanding and Seliph didn't, or Sigurd didn't kill, Eldigan, right? But, like, if he did, Ares would be totally right to hate him for it. Fucking Layla says thin blue line. Fuck Layla. Layla, I understand. I'll have to think it over for a time, but I do understand. No! No! You're allowed to hate people for murdering, even if their job is murder. What the fuck? Unbased Layla. Quan Seliph ended up being Effie just casually justifying for. Yeah, I know, right? What the fuck? It's okay. Murder is okay. I would know because I'm a prostitute? What? Like, I don't understand the logic there, but okay. Okay, you need to heal. You have physic, right? Yeah. Well, we need Aaron to continue, or not Aaron, Fee to continue moving. If you told me this line out of conquest, I would think it, or out of context, I would think it's from Yeah, exactly. It feels very much like the Xander line. What's the Xander line where he's like, when you think about it, Corin, there's actually no difference between right and wrong. Or some shit like that, right? Okay, so this square is where we can get the healing. I just wanted another kill on the Brave Lance, TBH. We'll go ahead and equip the Jav. Alright. This guy... We can have Lester kill him. Yeah, we have Lester kill him. We give Lester some support. I guess I can have the Oify Dermot combo, just because, like, what if it's a stats that, like, will help the bulk? Say, Dermot, you have a sister in Leonster, don't you? Yes, sir. We were separated when we were very young. From what I've heard, she grew up with Sir Finn, a knight of Leonster. Sir Finn, you say? You're eager to have the chance to see her again, aren't you? Yes, sir. I can hardly wait. You'll have to give this battle your all, then. How about a quick swordplay lesson? Yes, sir. I'd appreciate that. Defense. Okay, it was worth. I was gonna say, like, strength, skill, like, that does nothing for him. He's a pair-up, or not a pair-up bot. He's a charm bot. Alright, so I think, Arthur, we have you go here. And then we heal. And then we just send Johan, like, here, I guess, or whatever. How cool would it be if Johan had Paragon, like, because of Lex or whatever? That would be neat. Okay, Finn. You go ahead and Silverlance this dingus. And then, I don't actually think we want to heal you yet, because, like, Miracle. Yeah, I think we just have Nana, like, retreat upwards a little bit so she's out of range. And I think that's everyone, right? Like, it's just the castle folks? Yeah, just the swordies keeping each other company. Poor Shannon. He died because he didn't have Balmong. Who did Lex get paired with again? No one. He died. Or, I don't know if he died, but I didn't pair anyone with Lex. I think that typically the recommended pairings for Lex are either the Sword Twins, because they benefit from Paragon, and they don't need Pursuit, or, Sylvia, if you're doing Ranked, because, it helps to get Paragon on your Dancer to help get, like, to the experience level or whatever. If you do Sylvia, it's just for the Dancer. Although that's really a ranked run thing, because Dancer's experience doesn't matter in vanilla. Miracle plus Vantage can, like, make some, arena-ing stuff easier, I think. But, like, the big one is Miracle, and you get that for free, so I think it's just Paragon is the reason you would go Lex Dancer. And it's specifically for ranked, not for, like, vanilla play, whatever that means, you know? It's always weird, like, evaluating units in quote-unquote vanilla context, because, like, oftentimes it's like, well, what are we, like, turn count and efficiency tends to be, like, the default metric, but it's a metric that kind of doesn't matter in a, quote-unquote vanilla setting, which is weird, right? Because, like, so theoretically, right, like, in efficiency, so I believe in, let's talk about FE9, right? If we're talking about, like, weird, like, tiering stuff. I believe that Marsha is better than Jill, and I think that there's a fairly significant gap between them, but I still think Jill is, like, a really, really good unit. It's just, like, Marsha has a lot of things going for her that Jill doesn't, like, availability, BXP, all that stuff. But one of the things that gets brought up in terms of, like, the efficiency is that Jill costs you turns. And therefore, if you're not doing full recruitment, you usually don't get her. And it's weird, because it's like, well, do you hold that against them in, like, a vanilla context? I don't think you should, but also, I don't know. Tiering and ranking stuff in, vanilla just leads to, like, what is vanilla? The question is, what is vanilla? And it's a question without, like, a real answer. That's why I think, like, tiering and ranking makes more sense in specific contexts than to just, like, do outright. Like, to do, like, a draft tier list, or whatnot, or an LTC tier list, or whatever. Not that there's, like, zero value in vanilla, tier list, but there's, like, basically, the value is causing arguments more than anything. I don't know. Finn, you're gonna need healing. You're gonna need healing. We want to kill all these ruffians before we warp out of here. Like, eventually I am just going to abandon the castle to these dudes. But I want to kill all the ruffians first, just so that, like, we have a lot of gold waiting for us. Okay, I think that's everyone that we care about moving. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so let me end. I mean, that's kind of why I like making the 0% growths tier lists, is because there's, like, a specific context for them. It also can be interesting to me, like, to evaluate, like, who's actually most useful in, like, this run, under these weird conditions. Magic. Oh, no. She can't use the Flame Lance, though, because that's so tragic. Fucking no magical sword fee gaming. So sad. So sad. I do like this goofy music as well. Here come more armor knights. Yeah, I'm abandoning the castle to them. Okay, it looks like they've just decided to fuck off and go for the castle, which is fine. Okay. Okay, we go ahead and heal you up. And then I think she goes here. So that she's going to provide charm to Finn for both brigands. Because she's going to want to return him and then return herself next turn, I believe, is the play. So then, yeah, 1, 2, 3, there we go. Okay, that's the easy part. Now for, I mean, I would say the hard part, but, we're Seliph, by the way. You should be moving this way. Oh, I hate moving Seliph through the desert, it's so annoying. Okay, we're gonna Brave Lance you. There we go. Got a crit. Lovely, lovely. And I think we just wait. We're gonna pick these guys off, because I don't think they move. So we're gonna pick these guys off one at a time, player face style. And everyone else basically just, like, going downtown. Yeah. We're going, we're moving. This is, like, the worst castle, though, because, like, it's just a bunch of Seliph moving through the desert, for stupids. Alright, you go here. Or actually, we'll send you even further back so Julia can heal, because I care about Julia experience. And that's it. That's the turn, basically. Yeah, we'll just move you. Move you. Bada bing, bada boom. Is that everyone? That's everyone. Yep. Okay, end turn. So how is everyone doing tonight? Oh, I forgot to link to the strem. I forgot to link to the strem. Let me go ahead and do that. Let me go ahead and do that while this anime phase is playing out. I gotta plug it in my Discord, which if you're not in the Discord, link might be in the description. It's in my channel description at least. At stream. Notifications. Boop. There we go. And I'll just go ahead and plug it in a couple of other shilling channels as well. I am professional, I swear. Lol. Art and promotion. Okay, there we go. I shilled. I did my shill. I'm a real YouTuber now. Okay. These guys are coming back, though. Okay, we need to kill this guy before he gets his siege tome. So, you rebel worms! How dare you defile the sanctity of the Yid Shrine! Come, embrace the darkness as it entombs you forevermore. No, he dodged! Oh, she dodged, though. That's good. There we go. End the crit. Glory to the Lopter Empire. Doing pretty good, and you? Honestly, not great. I made a community post, but... Oh! Pretty baller level up. Gotta say, pretty baller. Okay, now you go down there. It'll lure the people to go the other direction. My disability has just been acting up like nobody's business. Like, it's so bad. It's worse than it has been since, like, I got surgery for it. Which sucks, but what are you gonna do, right? Like, unfortunately, that is just, a thing that I have to deal with. We're also in the middle of a heat wave. It's like 90 degrees in the place where I'm at, which I also don't care for. Hence why you can hear the low hum of an air conditioner in the background. That's probably also going to be the background of a lot of my, like, scripted and recorded stuff that's recorded during this time period, which is unfortunate, but it's 90 fucking degrees, Fahrenheit, not centigrade, so, God, can you imagine if it was 90 centigrade? Like, ugh. Wait, is this... We didn't move y'all yet. Okay. Go ahead and Silver Lance. There we go. Okay. We taken care of this business. And I think now what we do is return Finn and then return myself. If it were 90 centigrade, you would be dead. Yes, I would. Yes, I probably would. Here we go! We've abandoned Thracia successfully. Due to personal reasons, oh wait, no, that's your username. I don't mind the air conditioner, don't worry about it. It's no biggie to most. You deserve to feel cool and comfy, queen. Thank you, I appreciate that. I wouldn't say that I'm cool and comfy, but I would say that I'm not, dead from heat. Yet. Your name is amazing, by the way. I don't know how, how much the Zelkov picture fits that, TBH. But I also don't think it doesn't fit that. It's amazing, it's incredible, and I love it. Better not dead than dead. That's what I always say, you know, every day above ground is a good day. Is my take. There we go. Okay, she's not gonna counter the dude. But I do think it's worth it to get to kill in the Brave Lance. What does my fee look like now? She's doing well for herself. She's doing well for herself. Alright, Seliph, you keep moving forward. All y'all keep moving down. There we go, there we go. I mean, I guess Archer moved down as well. I guess Archer can move up. No, he's never gonna get there to help out. Like, that is just gonna be the fee show. Lord Branzel has declared that none shall pass. Move along. funny. The soldier says move along and then you lose Kanto. Is Leaf dead? No. There's two reasons why Leaf is not dead. One, he's one of my favorite lords in Fire Emblem. He's not my favorite. I like Ike better. Honestly, I probably like Edelgard and Dimitri better. But Leaf is, like, up there. And the other reason is he needs to recruit Altena, who is another unit who's, like, not great. But much like Fee, like, I need all hands, I need everyone I can get, right? So, like, Altena's not great, but it is a unit who doesn't use swords, or at least who can use a weapon other than swords. Like, I think, in an ideal situation, Altena's using swords and Gaybold, right? Like, that is, Altena is a sword unit in disguise as a lance unit, but the fact that she can use lances means I can use her in this run. Holy weapon plus fire utility. Yeah, I mean, like, Gaybold isn't really that great, TBH, but it is better than, it's better than, like, not having a holy weapon, I guess. Shut up. No, it's my stream. If you don't want to hear me talk, like, you can always stop watching. Welcome, but also no, I'm not gonna shut up. We're gonna go ahead and kill you with the Brave Lance. I'm hoping to get the Brave Lance to 100 kills, by the end of this map. And we got you all. I mean, everyone else, we're just gonna go ahead and move down to prepare for the next castle. The one with fucking Ishtar instead of Ishtar. 100 kills is the threshold that gives 50% crit. So yes and no. The way that the critical formula works, right? 50% gives you the critical skill when using that weapon. The critical skill is skill percent chance to crit. And then every kill over 50 gives you one more crit in addition to your skill. So with the Brave Lance right now, we get crit, or we get skill plus 27. So that is 16 plus 27 is 30, 43. So yeah, Fee has a 43% chance to crit right now. So yes, 50 is the correct number, but it is also plus skill, I guess would be the more accurate way of saying that, if that makes sense. So yes, you're right, but also it's even higher. It's really fucking based. 100 is also the cap. It doesn't start counting after that. So the plan is to have it has about 80%. The idea is it has about 80%, and since it's brave, it's like functionally even higher than that, since you're hitting twice. Like, you are so likely to get a crit that you can rely on it critting. You know, obviously, you still shouldn't be attacking in to the point where, like, you know, she'll die if she doesn't uncounter, if she doesn't get crit. But I do enjoy, like, the fact you can stack the percentages so high that, you get, 80% is 96 to crit once. What are we talking about? Critical on the Brave Lance. It's already, like, very in my favor to get at least one crit with the Brave Lance. But the idea is to even get it higher. It's also why, like, I think, fairly on record as not caring for proc skills. But I do have some exceptions where it's like, if you're able to stack the odds so high that it's not guaranteed, but it might as fucking well be, then I do like those proc skills. So, like, Crest of Fraldarius is one where, like, I believe it's like, if you're hitting twice, it has like a 64% chance of proccing. If you're Fierce Iron Fisting, it has like even more than that, obviously. Like, it goes up exponentially, which is why I really like Grappler Felix. Like, I know Sniper is one people like, because you can hit twice with that. But Grappler gets it to the point where, like, you're getting 3. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and block this person from the channel. Let me find the controls. There we go. Have a wonderful day, though. Oh, fuck. Knocked over my plate. Gonna go ahead and... Did I move Fee yet? I did. Everyone else is just sort of gathered at the wall. And you've moved. So yeah, we just end turn here. Yes, happy Pride to you as well. Awakening, Vengeance / Armed Strict. Yeah. Okay, so here's one. Here's a proc chance thing that this is my hot take, right? Nosferatu. Okay, this is gonna sound like bad, but it's actually good. Nosferatu and Fire Emblem Gaiden. So everyone shits on Nosferatu for the fact that it's got like a fixed 60% hit and you can't change it, right? What you do is you give your Nos tanker the leather shield, and they are taking like 1 to 4 damage from every combat. They're gonna hit Nosferatu more, like, enough that they will recover that HP. Nos tanking in Gaiden is a thing you can do, which is so cool. I love it. Let's see. You can go to there, so you can go to there. I know that, like, so the reputation is like, oh, what's her name? Silk is worse in Gaiden than Echoes because it's harder to get her to warp because she only gains experience from black magic. I actually think she's better in Gaiden than Echoes because the enemy quality is such that she can just slap a leather shield on and delete entire maps. She does that for free in Chapter 1. And then in Chapter 3, like, the enemy quality is to the point where she can't delete entire maps, but she can take on sections on her own. That's an LTC strat to train Silk, I think. Oh, really? Did I accidentally LTC Gaiden? Fucking based. I'm so cool. I'm so real for that. I mean, I say accidentally LTC. I don't think I'm actually LTCing, because my turn counts are not great. But it is an incredibly, the fact that it's used in LTC justifies me. I am so real for that. Thank you for recognizing my realness. Happy Pride, Bowser MLG. Oh, right. These guys, like, now they're going for this squad. Now that they've conquered the castle and there's no one left for them to fight, they're going the long way around to try to get to the blue squad. Alright, you can go forward. You can go here. And you can go down. Da, 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 da. And I want Nana to get some healing experience. So, like, I probably won't heal any of the people who need healing. Like Arthur, I guess. So that Nana can get it. In LTC, it's a test of heart failure, willing to forsake your sanity for turns. I have already gone insane after playing Engage early game so much to make it reliable. Yeah, replaying the same map over and over and over. That is why the LTC format that I'm most interested in is free play. Because I can just give myself broken tools as opposed to having to, like... how much do you play FE runs, especially FE4? FE4 is actually, like, a lower tier Fire Emblem in terms of my, like, Fire Emblem rankings. I am throwing together a video that is probably going to be like... Right now it's at 1 hour and 20 minutes and it's not finished yet, but it's my 1K special that is just me ranking the Fire Emblems in terms of how much I like them. Like, me personally. Not trying to do any sort of, like, you know, in general how good they are, like, my personal Fire Emblem favorite list. And FE4 is very, very low. However, I do want a disclaimer and say, like, it's still Fire Emblem. I enjoy basically every Fire Emblem game. So even though, like, I like FE4 less than, like, most other Fire Emblem games, I still have fun with it when I'm playing it. If that answers your question, true, every FE is good. Well, FE7 exists, so, you know, there's exceptions. We'll go ahead and heal you up. Danny Doyle, the movie, Fire Emblem was never a good addition. I love Fire Emblem, honestly. Although I am currently in a sort of, like, slowly getting burnt out on Fire Emblem state, if that makes sense. Like, I'm probably going to be... It's a good thing I have, like, a lot of, like, playthroughs recorded ahead of time, because I'm probably going to be taking a Fire Emblem break, just in my, like, personal gaming time. Isn't Silk revived by Seliph and Gaiden LTCs? That sounds like a thing you would do. Like, revival shrines are so fucking based. I love the death warp, as I call it, in Gaiden. Alright, and then you stay there like that. Okay. That's everyone. I'm more familiar with SOV, so I don't know how you do it in Gaiden. Yeah, like, the two games are very different from each other. There's, like, sort of this narrative going around that the existence of SOV invalidates Gaiden. And, like, if you don't like clunky NES stuff, sure. But, like, if you don't like clunky NES stuff, you probably weren't going to play Gaiden even before SOV came out. I like both games, and I am glad they both exist. Like, Gaiden is so fucking based, but SOV is also so fucking based. Yeah, you revive... So, the revival shrines in Gaiden, you can revive anyone who's dead on either side. So, the thing that you do... I mean, the thing you can do, you don't have to, obviously, but is, like, hyper-invest in a couple of units in Chapter 1 and 2, and then just, like, have them be your carries for both armies. True, I play Gaiden just enough to realize that I can't stand clunky NES stuff. And that is perfectly valid. And honestly, an opinion that I'm, like, close to sharing. It takes a lot for me to be willing to stand a clunky NES game. And oftentimes the a lot is it being a Fire Emblem. I think we end turn one more time. Oh wait, fuck! He can reach! Dodge! Fuck. I'm so fucking bad at Fire Emblem, what the fuck? How do I reset? What's the there's the reset button. Sag. There we go. Ah, Sid! Yes, I should have voice acted that. I apologize. Ba-da-da. Also, we can just speed up at this point for that. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Does Seliph survive around a combat with these fucks? I think he does. So we can do this, right? We can kill one and then have Seliph. A wise man once said, "Wow, I'm so good at this game, and now I'm dead." Who's that? Anyways, what happened to Shannon? Is he safe? Is he alright? Shannon decided to retire and go to the farm upstate. He's safe, though. I promise. He's doing A-okay. The TFT community, it's a quote about playing sniper. Oh my god! I failed you, father. Seliph, there's no hope with you gone. Why? What does he even do? He's worthless! Lewin, you liar. We took Shannon to a farm where he can run and play all the time. It's true. Let me do this. I don't think we're getting that village on time. We might. It's gonna be cutting it close, though. He's the only one known has to put a blue cane on a castle. So true! So unbelievably true. We do this. Sorry for the speed up, but just like... It's, you know, it's one of those castles. Danny, what goal would you have to reach for your... to not reveal... Well, I don't plan on revealing my face anyway, so... no goal? I don't know what you mean by that, though. I guess the implication is, like... that I'm ugly? Which I'm not, I just don't want to get doxxed? I don't know, that's a weird thing to say, to be honest. So don't do that, don't be weird, please. Thank you. Yeah, I'm also doing it for safety. Like, I've already got one stalker, I don't need more. Than that. I did do a pussy reveal, that is true. I keep meaning to make an edit so that Lena's, like, orange cloak is the lesbian flag. But I keep just, like, I'm lazy, basically. Like, I can do it, I'm just lazy. I keep meaning to do it, and I can do it, but I'm lazy. Alright, Seliph. Go, Team Seliph! Nanner. We're gonna heal you up, Buttercup. Or mend you up. That sounds like a fun idea for an edit. Yeah, I don't know what I would do with it in terms of, like I want to make it my, channel icon probably, but I don't know how I would, like, really do that, like, what the background would be. I don't know. We will, we'll see. We'll figure it out. Or we won't. You know, who fucking knows. Here come the Armor Knight Brigade. Roar. I don't think we're making it to this village on time. Yeah, we can... I think this will be, like, the fastest... She flies through the no-fly zone! Oh my goodness. The good news is I probably one-round him with the Brave Lance. The bad news is, like, we're on a time limit. I think there's a ring in that one, too. But it's like the skill ring. Actually, the skill ring is actually good because it adds to your critical percentage. It's all on you, Seliph. Oh, okay. Well, no, we're making it on time. We're making it on time. Yeah, so the no-fly zone is to prevent you from, like, sending your flyer into places you're not supposed to reach yet. It's just so that she can't, reach places she's not supposed to reach, basically. It's, you know, there's no narrative reason for it. It's purely gameplay. But yeah, so we go here. We'll be able to reach him once we tear down the castle. Alright, Seliph, grab the blue paint. Well, it doesn't stop you from saving Quan, because there's no fly zone protecting Quan. It mostly just, like, stops you from, like... Oh, I guess, yeah, if you could send Aaron down before you took the castle, then you could probably save Quan. But she would also die, because Aaron's fucking poopy. So this is the Yi Shrine. It looks so sparse. The remnants of the Lopter Empire have been hidden within the depths of the shrine for generations. They had no choice. Trying to build new lives on the surface would have led to their mass persecution, or even being burned at the stake. I suspect that at first they weren't really that bad or unusual people, but before long, their life here twisted them into what we know them as today. I can hardly believe it. It's as if they were all being tortured for the sins of their long-dead imperial ancestors. All my life, these people have been branded as the Dark Cult, or the Devil's Kin. I can barely imagine their pain. Hold a moment. Is that a scribble on the wall? Is that a child's penmanship? It's a prayer, and it begs for the return of the Dark God? Was Lopter the only hope these people had? Yeah. Consider this a lesson, Seliph. Good and evil can't be easily reduced to such simple black and white ideals. Okay, Xander. Okay, Xander. There's actually no difference between good and evil, Corin. If you must hate the evil that works in us all, not the individual. Never forget this. Kaga did it first. People will say, fucking normies will say the FE4 story is good, but then the Conquest story is bad. It's the same story! Yeet has fallen, has it? Perfect. Open our borders. We'll let them proceed towards Fort Magellan, and then let them wear themselves out some more, and then strike their wide open backs. It's almost too easy to be any fun. Wouldn't you say, Jabaro? Just another hard day's work for you, sir. But hey, as long as you're paying the bills, my men ain't got nothing to complain about. About time we had a good fight anyhow. Alright, this is the guy people say is the Camus. Fucking Ishtar. Who people say he's the Camus. This is his entire fucking, like, dialogue. So pay attention, because he's a deep and interesting Camus character. The rebels have already taken Yeed. Liza, what of the situation? I suspect their aim is most likely to come to the aid of the Leonster rebels. As it stands, Ishtar, your father, is still preoccupied with them at Leonster. Should they all reach Ulster and strike while he's occupied, the result would be disastrous. It's imperative that we intercept them, here and now. Our force will be more than enough. Indeed. My lord father could use the aid. Liza, may I place you in command of the army? Certainly. Leave everything to me, my lord. I confess that I'd rather keep you away from the eye of the storm, but there's nobody whom I could ever trust more than you. but Ishtar is the Camus. I mean, I think there's a better case for Ishtar to be the Camus than Ishtar. But I honestly don't think either of them are. But I think, like, if someone says, like, Ishtar is a Camus, like, yeah, that's fine. I can understand the interpretation. But Ishtar? Like, what? I don't know. I don't know. He's confused. He confused me. He does have earrings, though, and that's pretty based. We love a man in earrings. My apologies, Liza. Rest assured, my lord, you've nothing to worry about. Just please, Ishtar, be careful. Now excuse me. Men, move out! Assume your positions! Isn't it just Arion? Is that Altena's boyfriend, brother? I guess? I mean, he turns green, though. He's a green unit. So, like... I mean, here's my hot take, right? There's no Camus in this game because archetypes are stupid. I mean, he's in love with her. We know that much. Yeah, he's her boyfriend, brother. Well, no, because she's like... It's not reciprocal. It's not reciprocal. Bad opinion? Archetypes... When archetypes are used well, it's like to communicate information. But most of the fucking archetypes don't actually communicate any information. Or they communicate information that, like, doesn't actually fucking mean anything. Like a Drog archetype, just fucking say Armor Knight. Just say Armor Knight. I love the archetypes, even if they're not in every game. They appear on my theater nerd heart. My problem with archetypes is that, like, everyone wants to make, like, every thing fit into an archetype. Not everything has to be a fucking archetype. And also, like... I don't know, I keep toying around with the idea of an archetype, like, making a video about the problem with archetypes. But I also just don't know how, like, productive that would be in terms of, like... I don't know. I honestly think there's, like, 3 archetypes that are, like, actual archetypes, and then, like, 2 that are kind of, like, halfway ones, and everything else is just, like... If an archetype is just a class, it's not an archetype. It's just a class. Excuse me, you wouldn't happen to be Nana, would you? I am? And you are? Perfect, I've finally found you. I'm your brother, Dermot. Huh. What are you talking about? I didn't know until just now either. King Lewin told me everything. In the war 17 years ago, I was with the kids who fled to Isaac. But you were born after our mother, Rackessis, went to the Leonster instead. You're my brother? Then where's Mother now? Where's Mother? What exactly are you getting at, Nana? I haven't seen her in so long. When I was around 3 years old, she left us and traveled alone to Isaac to try to find you. She never came back. I've waited to see her again for years. She did? But I never saw her. You didn't? Then where is she? The Yi Desert. It's a treacherous place. Very few lone travelers survive it. No! Oh, Mother. Yo, that's fucking bullshit. She would have survived. She was like the strongest unit in my army. Gameplay, story, fucking did not match up. 0 out of 10. Too much water. When I say Drog, I usually mean super fast unit in a slow class. Oh, because of FE11? I mean, like, I think most people, when they say Drog archetype, they mean Armor Knight. End of story. Because they'll say things like fucking Louis is a Drog archetype, Bors is a Drog archetype. Like, no, they're not. No, they're not. They're Armor Knights. Call them Armor Knights. Oh, Layla, was it? That was quite the dance there. Come hither, I have a little reward for you. Ew, how rude. You get off your butt and come over here if you've got something to give me. Oh, as cute as...
as that fiery heart is, mouthing off to me so violently. I can't say I so much care for that. Bring it to me. What do you think you're doing? Let me go, you animal! Hold! Take your hands off the girl, craven scum! What? And who exactly are you? How dare you, a common sellsword, turn your blade on your employer? Nobody shall lay a hand on her, lest you face the severe consequence. Are you clear? Ah! What sorry little pantomime. Seize him! End his little life! You all see my sword, correct? I trust I need not introduce you to the demon blade. Beware, for the mistletoe craves the blood of man. I am Odin Dark! Who dares come forth and slake its thirst?
Mistletoe? That's the one and only demon blade. Then you can't be.
Oh, but I can. It is indeed I, Odin Dark, the Black Knight.
My deepest apologies, sir. I was merely jesting. Look, I'll never lay hands on the darling ever again. You forgive me, right?
Very well. Layla, are you unharmed?
Yes. Thank you, Odin.
Ah, damn them both. I'll make them suffer, you'll see.
Doesn't Boars have the funny speed? Not really. I feel like the usefulness of recurring themes is a lot greater than the usefulness of character similarities. Like, two stories about similar thing. Yeah, so, like, the idea of, like, archetypes, right, is, like, history doesn't repeat, it runs in patterns or whatever, right? It lets us point to things like, you know, if you say a character is a Jagan, right, you've communicated a lot about them in one word. You've communicated that they are an early game pre-promote, generally, with some exceptions, they are going to be phenomenal for a large portion, or for the beginning of the game, and usually they're not worth investing in, but, like, some exceptions to that rule, obviously. You know, you've got your Seths. Well, Seth is, like, the exception of, like, not only is he worth investing in, but he is, like, the unit most worth investing in all of that game. But then you've got, you know, there's lesser examples as well. Like, you know, Titania and Marcus are still worth investing in, but they're not Seth, right? Like, they're phenomenal units, but even if invested in, they're not going to carry the entire game on their shoulders any more than, like, you know, you can solo Fire Emblem, you can solo most Fire Emblem games with most units, so, like, you can do a Titania solo, but Titania is not Seth, I guess is what I'm getting at. I'll just move y'all. God, Lester, you suck ass. FE has high... Oh, no, are we doing the FE Alcaraz debate? Please don't. They're, like, the same fucking unit. I don't understand why people debate. I mean, I do understand why people debate about them, because the Fire Emblem fan base is, like, certainly one of the fan bases of all time. But they're, like, the same fucking unit. Like, unless you invest in them, in which case you invest in whichever one you like better. Oh, Effie the Fate's Armor Knight. Right. Oh, well, she's also an archer. She just starts out... She's an archer who starts out in not the archer class. What's the other real archetype? I mean, like, Jagan is a useful archetype. Est is a useful archetype. Christmas Cavaliers is a halfway useful one. Like, it doesn't really tell you anything about the units or the characters. But it's a pattern that's a fun one, right? Like, the green and red is a fun one. But it doesn't actually, like, communicate anything to you other than that one is green, one is red, they join side by side. And have, like, something that complements them, whether it's, like, Saizo and Kaze being brothers, or, like, the Cavs being, you know, like, the two retainers or whatever. Like, it's a fun one. That's one that I don't hate, because even though it doesn't, like, communicate gameplay stuff, it's fun. It's like someone was saying, like, it appeals to the theater nerd in me. I'm not a theater nerd, but, like, it does appeal it scratches that itch, right? Like, I understand what theater nerds feel when they're like, oh, the archetype thing, right? for the Christmas Cavs. But yeah, like trainee is a useful one. It's a more abstract one. And it has some amount of overlap with Est in that like they're a training project. But that's a useful, like it communicates something to you, right? Like if I say Ross is a trainee, you've sort of got an idea of what I mean about him as a unit. I think Navarre is kind of useful because Myrmidon that joins killing it. But I disagree. I don't think Navarre is a useful archetype. TBH. Like, all you've communicated is that a unit is a class, and they're a red unit. And even that doesn't really get communicated by that, though. Like, Navarre just means Myrmidon, that you recruit as a red unit. What is it telling you? They have a Killing Edge in their starting inventory? Yeah, Villager is useful in my mind, specifically because in Awakening they... So, yeah. Villager is one that I would say is useful. Villager is sort of like the third one that I think is useful. Fair enough. Navarre means edgy boy. I mean, but does it though? I don't know. It feels like much like tier lists in a non-specific setting. Archetypes are really only good for causing debate. Because so much is like, is this person this archetype? Like the archetypes that are not like clear-cut things, right? And, like, I do like when they twist the archetype, right? Edgelord means edgy boy. Joshua isn't edgy. And he's clearly... Well, I don't think he's the FE8 Navarre because I don't think a Navarre is a real archetype. Is the thing. Like, I think it's a fake archetype. The other thing is, like, something can't be an archetype, if there's like 3 examples of it, right? Okay, so let's get some Lester. Let's get some Lester Gaming. But I do like when they do a little twist on them, right? Like that's one of the reasons why I think Christmas Calves, while it is like a fake-ass archetype, it's one of the fun fake-ass ones. Because, like, all it really tells you is they are red and green. But they put twists on it a bunch, right? Like, the idea of, like, you know, the Christmas Cavaliers of Fates are ninjas. That's fun. That's a fun little twist or whatever, right? Klon and Fromm being red and green. That's a fun little twist. I think we just wait here. 3 Houses is the worst FE because no Christmas Calves. Wait, I feel like there is Christmas, like people who fill that sort of like niche, right? I mean, would you say they're not red and green coded? But like, you could say Sylvain X Leone. They're not red and green coded, but they do that thing where they like complement each other in terms of like their personal abilities or mirrors. If you get what I'm saying. But I would agree that like no one in there is like a Christmas Cav archetype, but also like no one in the 3 Houses is any archetype just because of the structure of the game. Like, I've heard people say, like, Felix is the Navarre of that game, and, I don't... Just stop, right? Is my take on that. My take on people who try to put the 3 Houses characters into, like, archetypes is just stop. The other archetype that I think is, like, useful, Goto. Goto's a useful archetype, because it communicates something about the person. Who do we wanna... You. Proof Sylvain should have had green hair. Too true. He does get the sort of Zoltan in the support, but, like, so? How does that make him a... I mean, also, Navarre is a fake-ass fucking archetype. But, like, ignoring that, is it now just any character who gets a sword is a Navarre? Like, cool, Seliph is a Navarre now, because he gets given a Brave Sword by Patty. Seth is an early Goto. No, he's not. Nope. There's no such thing as an early Goto. I guess we can feed Johan the kill? And feed Lester the getting killed? I like feeding Lester the getting killed. I'm so disappointed in Lester. Do you like the Christmas Cavs as units in general? I mean, it depends on the game, honestly. I think it depends on the game. Like, I like Kieran. In Radiant Dawn, or in Path of Radiance. I like Alan and Lance. Those are probably my favorite Christmas Cavs. If you count him, I like Kaze and Conquest. But I don't really think that, like, super counts. It does in Birthright, because the red is in Birthright, but I don't think Kaze really counts in Conquest. And I'm not as fan of him in Birthright that much, TBH, just because, like, he's still good. But you get more ninjas, so it's, like, less exclusive. His res is really nice, though. Yeah, Athos is, like, the most Goto. But I would say there's other, like, people in the Goto archetype who are more of a Goto than Goto. Vale, I feel like, fits the Goto archetype. They did the twist on it by giving her a few chapters early. But, like, she's a free Somron kill on Maddening, so to me, that fits it. These are some chunky armor knights. Yeah, FE4 enemies have, like, absurd HP pools. It's bonkers. Radiant Nun Tower is just oops all Gotos. True! All the furry Gotos. He dodged. Okay. Nope. No kill. No kill. Okay, you can go here. Oh, wait, that actually might be bad. We'll figure it out. We'll do this. We might have to reset this turn. I might have fucked up royally. I might have royally fucked up. I think Mavia is closer maybe, but that's just bias because he's actually useful. I mean, so if the idea of the Goto, right, is like they give you the final chapter, like they're the way you clear the final chapter, then it's absolutely Mavier who's not, like, it's not Mavier who's clearing the final chapter for you. He's a utility unit, and he's more useful in chapters other than Endgame. Absolutely. But Vale, like, Vale on her own with just Seedall and Violet support kills Sombron at base. So I think that if you are, as I do, saying that Goto means clears the final chapter as opposed to just like a late game strong unit, then I would say Vale falls more into that camp. Mavier can do the combat that Vale does as well, including Sombron. I don't think he kills Sombron for free. Like, this is Vale one-rounding every health bar. right? Like, she one-rounds every health bar without assistance, just needing a leer engagement and, you know, to get danced for each health bar, obviously. But, I don't know that that, like, counts as quote-unquote assistance. I mean, I guess it does, because it is, like, getting danced is assistance, but you don't need to, like, forge anything for her. He has the same or more magic in my memory. So the magic isn't what does it, it's the dragon bonuses. Oh, right. I was like, Armor Slayer, why am I not using that? And I forgot, like, the challenge run is to not do that. That's why. Danny, you dummy. Well, let's feed this kill to Johan. It's the extra damage from Bond Blast. Extra damage from Bond Blast. She needs to do at least one of the HP bars without the Byleth Mage bonus. And Bond Blast is how you do that. Like, you use Dragon Fist for all the other ones, but at base, she doesn't have enough magic to just do it with Dragon Fist until she gets the bonus from Byleth. From a Byleth, like the Sage Byleth, right? So you just do Bond Blast next to a Leer. Are you... You should probably... Just in case, you should probably get out of the way. And then I think actually we'll probably do this, right? We'll probably do this. And then you to give charm. And then you to give charm. I mean, there's so many ways to kill Sombron. That, like, you don't actually need a Goto, but I would say that if you are just counting killing Sombron, Vale does it more easily than Va. Like, they both do it, but, like, so can John at base. So, like, it's almost not even worth, like, debating. Wait, are the priests just, like, aggressive? FE11 Nagi? Yeah. I mean, she literally replaces Goto if you get her, so yeah. So you're the rebel army. This is where your insurrection ends. So long as I, General Liza, draw breath, you shall never reach Fort Magellan. I mean, it's a meme because it's John, but it really just shows off, like, how busted Lunar Brace is. Ishtar, the true Camus! Okay, you... $31. I think we have you... after you get healed, obviously. I think we have you... Oh, no, don't go to church. Mend, and then we have you tank 1 Armor Knight. I'm going to take this opportunity to say it. Lunar Brave is bad in any unit with actual combat stats. I'm assuming you mean Lunar Brace, right? I don't know that I agree with that, but I also think, like, the idea of, like, a single tool in Engage being, like, the strongest... Like, anyone who says X tool is the strongest thing you get, I don't know, there's so many... You get so many fucking kill options in Engage that, like... It's more, like, pick which one you want to use than actually what is, like, straight up the strongest, right? Because, like... 100% crit builds, Lunar Brace, the various, like, whatchamacallits? Like, the various, magic spell bond rings, right? Like, whether it's, Lilina, or May, or, I know Olwen is sort of, like, the go-to, and I almost don't want to say Olwen just because it's presented as if it's the only magical bond ring worth getting, but, like, it's not, but it's still good. Stacking Brave Assist heroes, like, I am pretty low on that strategy, but it is a funny one, and the fact that it works is funny. I think he'll be fine. He's a tanky boy. I mean, I think things working on enemy phase are of limited utility because of how player phase heavy the end game of Engage is. Like, it's obviously nice if something can dual phase, but a lot of units don't want to be dual phasing anyway, so it's not, like, super impactful. Combat bond rings are surprisingly unimportant. Well, that's the thing, is, like, any tool in Engage is unimportant because they're all replaceable. Like, you can say that about almost anything in Engage. But there's still, like, just because you don't need it doesn't mean that it's not strong. Especially because, for the majority of the game, not every unit can have a, not every unit who's going to be seeing combat can have a ring. So, like, it's a you might as well type deal. You can probably do this just fine. I'm a little bit... These guys have been chasing down Finn this whole time, OMG. I'm a little bit concerned, because, like, the ballista and whatever, but I think it's fine. I think it's mostly fine. We'll go ahead and staff you up, and then get into charm position, one tile up. Oh my god, Johan! Okay, you can get a couple more kills in the Brave Lance, I think. Like, it's a little bit of a waste to use the Brave Lance on, fucking clerics, but it does get kills on them, so it's kind of not. So you get healing. We'll use heal so we can grind a little bit more experience out of it, like heal into recover. I mean, you shouldn't bother rigging for S. I don't know. If you want to rig for S, you can. I don't really see a problem with it. They're powerful tools. It's not like they're bad. Like, yeah, you can reach thresholds without them, but it makes it easier to reach thresholds. You get a lot of tools in Engage. Like, I don't know. Let the healer take your home castle for content. Oh, do they do that? I'm not gonna, but do they do that? I guess they do, yeah. They probably do. That's pretty funny. Honestly, I'm just tired about talking to Engage. That's valid. Like, the burnout from a new game is real. Especially because, like, I guess because of how, like, overblown and shitty the Three Houses discourse was, the Fire Emblem community seems to be, like, determined to live up to that. Finn, are you gonna be okay? Finn, are you gonna be okay? Okay, good. You're fine, fine.
I thought the ballistas hadn't fired yet, but I guess they must have. Just die. Just die. I don't know. The way that people talk about Engage nowadays is like... I say it all the time, but like, it's just video games. Calm down. You know?
I think people just wanted an excuse not to talk about Three Houses. I don't know. I think people just wanted an excuse to call each other dumbasses online more than anything. Or to, like, have hot takes. I don't know. The hot takeism is real. I enjoy talking about Engage. I don't enjoy how often it ends up just devolving into uncivil bullshit. What are you? You're 9. Let's just nos him. Let's just nos him. Like, Engage is beatable by any means, and viability discussions are meaningless because every unit can be... I mean, you could say that about every Fire Emblem, though, is the thing. Like... Which is part of why, like, tier lists outside of a specific context are also just sort of a little bit meaningless. It feels often like a tier list's main purpose is... Oh, right, you're the fucking adept bolting guy, aren't you? Little shithead. Hate him. It feels often like a tier list's main reason for existing, is to cause arguments. And I'm gonna be real, like, the Fire Emblem fandom has gotten a lot more toxic in the past few years, which is not fun. Not particularly fun. You vermin! How dare you slaughter Liza like that? Does he have a different boss quote if Liza's still alive? Okay, good. We're good. We're good. No adept. I do think Engage, like, talking about Engage, is weird because it has this, like, strange bell curve, right? Where, like... It has this strange bell curve where, like, a lot of mechanics aren't immediately, like, a lot of things, it's not immediately obvious how powerful they are. And people will realize the power of different things at different times. So then you get this weird situation where, like, simultaneously everything is being labeled as, like, the strongest tool that you have in your arsenal that you've overlooked or whatever. When, like, a lot of them are just sort of playstyle choice stuff. It's very similar, actually, to, like, Three Houses. Where, like, I think there's a narrative around Three Houses and that, like, Wyvern spam is the only viable, like, team comp or whatever, even though, like, in Maddening, it's actually not what you want. Flyer spam isn't even what you want, but Wyvern spam especially isn't. Not that Wyvern isn't, like, an extremely strong class, but, like, not everyone wants to go Wyvern, and also, like, even ignoring the fact that, like, Wyvern isn't the best class for everyone, even if everyone on your team's best class is Wyvern, your team is better suited having, like, a variety of roles. But then there's also the idea of, like, in games where you get a ton of extremely powerful tools, and it's often, like, your choice as to what, yeah, battalions is a big one in terms of, like, not wanting flyer spam. That's why I said flyer spam, too, because I do think Falco is, some units prefer Falco to Wyvern, is my hot take. But I also think, like, that doesn't solve the battalion problem, obviously. But even if we hypothetically made a team where everyone wants to be either a Falco or a Wyvern, I don't think you make everyone a Falco or a Wyvern, though, because of the battalion problem. Okay, I think we Forsetti Spaghetti this guy. Like, we just do it. Liza, Alright, I did just realize something I've been forgetting to do. That's a little awkward. Walking Simulator emblem. Lamau. Lamau indeed, a very human being. Lamau indeed. Yeah, so Warp, Stride, I mean, I'd also say, like, you know, but, like, the point with, like, Three Houses Engage, right, is, like, you get a lot of extremely powerful tools in both games, and oftentimes it comes down to, like, pick your poison, right? Like, what do you want to do with your team? And oftentimes they're, like, to the point where, Rescue and Auto Battle will do so... Oh my god. What if you could just be, like, auto-run everyone down? I could just, like, go to the bathroom and be like, hey, I'm just gonna have everyone run down to the castle while I'm going to the bathroom. Be sure to pack sandwiches. That's probably why Ratchus died. She didn't pack sandwiches and water before she went to the desert. That makes so much sense. But yeah, like, you know, you can debate whether, like, you know, a Vantage Wrath build is best, or whether a Swift Strikes player face unit is best, or, you know, Vengeance, or PBV, or Bat Desperation and Good Speed, or, like, you know, Frozen Lance Lightning Axe, but, like, at the end of the day, I don't know, it doesn't super matter. It's more just what you want to make your team look like, right? You know. And there's obviously some character, like, it's character dependent as well. Like, some characters would you know, prefer certain builds over others, obviously. You know, but I think rather than, you know, I think rather than the search for the best, build in the game, it should just be like, what do you want to do? Here's good options, right? Does best really matter when there's like 8 builds that hit all the thresholds needed? Exactly. And also it's a single player game. Is the other big one. So like, you know, theoretically Lunar Brace Fists could be better or worse than 100% crit, which could be better or worse than Momentum Quad Attack. But if you're killing the boss, you're killing the boss. And does it really matter at that point? And I would say even more so, like, if you're having fun, you're having fun, right? If you sink a bunch of resources into Anna in order to make her, like, OHKO all of the bosses, it doesn't mean that Anna is, like, a top-tier unit, but it's a single-player game. Like, the only times in which, like, it arguably, like, matters or whatever is the idea of, I feel like there's the, giving bad advice thing, where, like, you could make the case that, like, you know, there's definitely some, FE content creators who will make, like, the I'm giving you advice, videos or tier lists or whatever that are full of, like, flawed logic or whatever. And, like, I can understand, being upset about that, or at the very least, you know, being like, hey, you know, this is incorrect and here's why. But also don't be a dick about it is the other thing. 'Cause, like, we've all had bad takes. And it is just video games. And, like, I don't know, I feel like if anyone who, like, says, you know, I instantly understood literally everything about Three Houses or Engage or whatever, like, immediately, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. You probably understood some stuff, but also some stuff probably flies under the radar, and that's fine, because, like, you know, you figure stuff out over time. Like, putting Klon in a physical class, no, that's bad advice. Yeah, no, but also, like, the people who suggest that, right? You know, it's one thing to be like, hey, actually, that's bad advice, and here's why. It's another thing to be like, I see the fucking, like, I made a video about Mercedes, and why she is, to my mind, the worst unit in Three Houses, and it's not even close. Very in-depth, very, I would say, like, well-argued, well-researched and everything. I gave her a ton of favoritism that she doesn't deserve, just to, like, show her best possible performance. The one thing I didn't, emphasize, I feel like, as much as I probably should have, is the idea that, like, that is her peak performance, and that's not going to be her average performance. Like, that's her with a bunch of favoritism. But it was generally, like, fairly well received. Obviously, some people were upset about it. Whatever, no big deal. The thing that bothered me more than that was I had, like, 3 different commenters link to another Fire Emblem YouTuber's tier list where they had Mercy in S tier, right? And they were like, look at this fucking idiot. Why don't you laugh at his bad Fire Emblem Three Houses opinions? And, like, that's such toxic bullshit. Like, no? I don't know. I don't like the idea of, even if you are, like, 100% correct about how to play a single-player video game, the idea of, like, using that as a reason to, like, make fun of,
people who are wrong about a video game on the internet is just like so I don't know. You need to repair your Brave Lance, TBH. But it's getting good. It's getting good. You got so much money. Okay, I think here's what we do. Right? We've returned fee. Discourse sucks a lot of time. Well, it's so I think like there's a difference between there's productive discourse. There's definitely stuff like if someone's wrong and you can kindly explain like why you think they're wrong, by all means do it. Like I mean, I'll give a counterexample, right? Like I made a bad units tier list with Mithril Zenith, right? And in it I put Flora, who is a Fire Emblem Fates unit. Specifically in the context of Conquest Flora, I put her in, like, worst of the worst. And we talked about her just, like, being basically pointless because, you can capture generics who are just better than her in every way, right? And someone commented and said, like, you are severely underrating Flora. Obviously, she's the worst unit in the Conquest cast. However, putting her in the worst of the worst is, like, just a bad take, and here's why. And they laid out that like she does all of like the free staff stuff for free, and like comparing her to the other units in Conquest, yeah, she looks really bad in comparison. But then looking at like the people I had in the worst of the worst, she's nowhere on the same level as like Bantu or whatnot, and probably belongs in like outclassed but utility or severely outclassed but utility, right? And I don't remember the exact points they made, but I took another look at her. I'm like, yeah, I have been like that's an L on my part. I've been severely underrating the usefulness of like, yeah, she's worse than generic maids, but like she still shows up without you needing to like spend a capture slot, and she has that staff rank, and she can do the free staff stuff, and she does it better than like late join servant or Onemoji guy. Like she shows up sooner than him, right? So she can do it sooner than him, and it's like, yeah, that's like a good point. I made that exact argument with Benet. What's the Benet argument? Actually, I do have to go to the bathroom, but go ahead and put it in the chat, and I will take a look after I come back from the bathroom, because I have to go potty. Wait, hold on. Where's the? Is this it? Oh no! It's unaligned. Oh no! Hold on. We got this shit. There we go. Okay, we got it. We got it. We got it.
Alright, I'm back. How do I... Here we go. Yeah, we're back. Okay. I put Bunei in worst of the worst when he's a fictional unit that can talk damage, deal good damage with blades, has a big SP pool to work with. He's not great, he doesn't belong in the other units that get one round at a base and have below 50% accuracy. He's also promoted, and it's a big deal in Engage, because Master Seals are really competitive, and you can reclass into a... I don't know. Like, the thing with the Flora thing, right, is the staff utility, like, it's bad, but it's relatively unique, right? Like, she has the staff rank to do free stuff. That's something that not every unit in the game can do. Bunei's combat, like, he can do filler combat, but, like, it's not relatively unique to him. That's just something that basically everyone in Engage can do at that point. Like, so axe proficiency in order to go flying, that's definitely something. In games with smaller casts, nobody is in the worst of the worst. Comparing multiple... Yeah, that's the thing. Comparing multiple games gets really weird and awkward. The only Engage unit that deserves to be worse than the worst is Anna, TBH. I mean, I think Bunei is pretty poopy. I think Anna and Bunei are pretty close to... Hey, Master Seals are competitive. You get 6 at that point. How many units are you actually promoting? So you get 5 and 7. 5/7 are gone because pre-10 and IV, so that's 2 at best. Hold on, let me go over Engage Master Seals. You get 1 in Anna's Paralog, right? And then you get 1 from Chapter 7, I want to say. Hortensia drops it? Or does Ivy drop it in 8? Either way, you get 1 in that chunk. You can purchase 1 from the shop. So that's 3. 1 is dropped by the boss. 1 is dropped by Hyacinth, and 1 is dropped by the boss of the Chapter 11, like not the boss, the archer, the stupid archer guy. So that's 4. 1 has gone to Fagato. 3 pre-10, 1 in 10, 1 in 11, 2 in 12. Okay, so Ivy is absolutely getting one of those. Alir is absolutely getting one of those. That's 2 right off the bat, gone. Fagato is getting one of those. Yes, I would say that's, like, generally advisable if Fagato gets one. Even if you're just using him as filler, like, there's no reason not to promote him. So that's 3 gone. How many pre-Chapter 10 units are you promoting, though? Like, I think you train some of the Brodians, right? But, like, yeah, there's a bunch of units worth training pre-10. I believe you get 1 per shop round, right? Oh, it's 3 per shop round? Okay. At that point in the game, Master Seals really are not that competitive. For their, like, if you get 3 in the shop and 3 from before that you haven't spent on Ivy, Fagato, and... No? What? How many units are you giving Master Seals to? You train 3 pre-10 units. I think at most, yeah. Oh wait, she can just go down here? Wait. I thought this was a no-fly zone. Oh, that's pretty based. Oh, I guess it's because I got the palace or whatever, right? Alright, I do think I want her over here to help Ares out. Psalm deployment means you can't train people. I mean, psalm deployment also means you're not using Bune for filler, though, is the thing. Like, I don't think psalm deployment is a point in his favor. If anything, it's a point against him. Okay, Archer needs to go this way so he can recruit his sister. So we go here. How do we want to divide this up? We probably want healers to spread out. Yeah, Nana can go up. Dermot can go over this way because Charm will help with the choke point. I mean, he's free in 1 to 2 small deployment maps. He's free in 1 map. He's not free in 2 maps. Why do you deploy him after his starting map? Like, are you saying you deploy him in the Tamara map? Because if so, I severely disagree with that. I think that he does like 1 round of combat in his join map, he teams up with Fagato to help kill a guy, and then that's all that he does for the entire game. At last, Seliph, you've reached Magellan. Leon's just a stone throw from here. Say, Lewin, will this war ever end? I still doubt that Prince Eshtor, her general... This is the line. This is the line that makes people say that he's a fucking Camus. It's... I don't understand it. That may be so, but don't forget, they're still actively served the will of a brutal tyrant. As far as our cause is concerned, there's no doubt they were the enemy. This is war, Seliph. There's more to it than only ever fighting through evil, or those who we hate. I suppose so. It's okay, Seliph. You're a good man, through and through. You just stand to worry a bit less. Now then, we've got our goal to focus on. Coming to the rescue over in Leonster. Indeed. Let's move in on Leonster. Everything will begin there. And you deploy him on 14, 15, 16 because you don't have enough time to train more units. I don't think you ever deploy him on 14, 15, 16. Maybe you deploy him on 14, but like there's better filler than that for 14. But then 15 and 16, your deployment slots go down again. Like, who are you benching to bring Bune to 15 and 16? In LTC, he's useful, but that's like because no one is trained. What? Magellan's fallen already? Blast, we were too slow. Oh well, we can still ambush them while they regroup. Men, this is our chance. Jabaro, send in your brigade. Hit them hard while their backs are turned. Leave no survivors. At once, sir. Mega Man X. I've never actually played, I've played like 1 Mega Man game. I played Mega Man 1, the first one, the NES one. And then I played 2 up until the final chapter, and then like I was stuck on, I think it was the boss rush portion, and I just like gave up. Because I didn't find it fun anymore. Do you really have to go, Aris? Please don't leave, please. I've little choice in the matter. It was Jabaro who found me as a lost infant and raised me all these years. I owe him dearly. Don't you get it? He's just using your loyalty to treat you like a weapon. I hate him so much. Layla, no, that isn't. Okay, fine, whatever. Go with him. If you love him so much, it's your life to waste after all. But you can just forget we ever met. Layla. The Ares buffoon has gone, has he? Good riddance.
Banba, Fotla, Erniu, deploy at once. I want you to show these rebel pigs that we know exactly what the Empire can do. Yes, my lord, leave it to us. We will never let you down, my lord. The rebels shall be destroyed quickly, cleanly, efficiently, and utterly. Excuse us, my lord. Everything depends on you. Tini, you too will deploy at once.
Yes, uncle, as you wish.
Humph. One would think I could expect more of gratitude from someone I raised out of the goodness of my heart after their mother died. Or have you forgotten my many kindnesses?
No, uncle.
Good. Now get moving. Remember, these rebels are responsible for murdering my dear son Ishtor and his true love Liza. Avenging them is your mission, Tini.
The aggressively Irish named mage trio. Oh, are those Irish names? Maybe I should have given them Irish accents instead of German ones. Why does FE4 sound so much like Conquest? Because Kaga did it first. I find it funny how the trio call it... Yeah, it's really weird. The rest of you move out at once. I don't want a single rebel breathing. They did that with the pegs too, I think. Fatla, Erinu, I trust you understand that we must group in absolute perfect unison. We will be the one to claim Seliph's head this day as a trophy. We mustn't be beaten by Tinny's unit. I don't understand at all. All the villagers talk of the rebels as if they're really liberating heroes. But why? Why did they kill Ishtor? I don't know what to do anymore. Oh, Mother, what would you do? They can try... Yes, they can triangle attack. But I believe it's only from one range. And the AI is not very good at it.
There you are, girly! How dare you embarrass me like that the other day? It's about time I thanked you properly! Oh, and what exactly are you gonna do about it? I see right through you. The moment Ares is nowhere in sight, you think it's okay to act all tough again, you vile louse. Don't even think about coming any closer. I don't need Ares around to stop you. Of all the nerve, you little wench! Throw her in the dungeon. You'll have plenty of time to think about what you've done there. Ah, no, Ares!
At least they don't canto away. True, the pegs do that. You know, I don't get you, Ares.
Why the hell and get yourself all cozied up with a little broad like that? Oh well, I guess it's all in the past. You're gonna forget her sooner or later. I beg your pardon? What exactly are you trying to say, Jabaro? Oh, nothing. Except for that I bet Bramzel's right about to. This can't be. Jabaro! How could I know this foul intent, and yet let your tongue lie still before me? You can't worry about the fair sex, Iris. You have your fun with them, but never stick around for when their sorry lives come crashing down. How dare you? And to think I held my trust for so long. I must return to Darna. Layla needs me. Nah, that ain't gonna happen, see? Nobody, and I mean nobody, blows off my orders and turns tail on my watch. Not even you, Ares. I've come this far in your company, Jabaro, but our association ends now. If anyone wishes to stop me, Mistletoe will eagerly welcome you next. No, it won't. It's a sword. No, it won't. I'll show you your place, well. Alright. So, these guys can actually be a little bit tricky for Ares to deal with without the Mistletoe. Which is unfortunate because he's not allowed to use it. At least he gets weapon triangle, but I think it's still not ideal for him. Okay, we need to stay out of the bow dude's range, but I think other than that, we go Fee goes here with the Brave Lance. You give Charm. Alright, now there's these dinguses. Alright, Lester, I'm gonna need you to do this. A fact in FE4 turn... the fact that an FE4 turn is more lore than gameplay is just so accurate. True. It's like all story, and it's not even like good story. TBH. It's just conquest. Does the weapon triangle even compensate for the weight penalty? I don't know. I know it doesn't for like axes versus lances. So it probably doesn't for lances versus swords either. Which is so tragic for them. Okay, I think we send Oifi up this way.
And then y'all just go here. Arthur, I'm gonna have you kill this guy, and then canto forward to fight everyone. I think it doesn't. Hello, hope you're doing well, Journey. I have woken up from a 7-hour-long nap. Is that a nap at that point? Is that just... I think you and I need to accept that, like, even though, it would be considered a nap from the time. Oh, wait. Is Archer about to kill his sister? Oh, that's awkward. It's really awkward for him. Awkward and tragic. But yeah, my sleep schedule is, like, probably worse than yours. So while most people would consider it a nap to go to bed at the time that I go to bed, it's actually just me sleep. How are you doing, Akira, though? A good day's sleep. Oh, indeed. Today I slept from about 8:30 in the AM until... I don't remember. Arthur showing who's the dominant sibling. We need Tinny, though, because we need Tinny for marriage to Ced. Arthur is the real Xander. He truly is. This is just the Fire Emblem Conquest story. Akira's here. Indeed. Welcome, 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 Akira. I'm glad you're here. His sister gets swords on promo. If she dies, she dies. No, she needs to give the magic boost to Ced so we can do the silent strats. Can't spell FE14 without FE4. That's so real. That's so real. All right, Tinny, don't do a stupid. Don't suicide, please. Oh my god, Tinny. Okay, Tinny, watch this. You see what happens, Tinny? Now don't do that. Feel better now that I've slept, considering booting up FE4 now. Oh my god. Oh my god. No! Tinny! I'm sorry. I wish we didn't need to fight. Hold a moment. Are you... Could it be? Tinny? Tinny, no. Tinny, no. Tinny, no. Tinny, no. No, 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 no. Fuck. Could it be? No. Okay, so instead of that, we do still want to Elwind. I'm doing alright, thanks, unlike Tinny. So fucking true. Okay, you go here then instead. Tinny, where are you? There we go, okay. Lester, do some Lestering. Lester all over the place. We need to find a universal name for rewind mechanics. The universal name for rewind mechanics is now officially Tinny Moments. A Tinny Memento. Yeah, what do we have? Mila's Turn Wheel, Divine Pulse, and Draconic Time Crystal. And Save States is the fourth one. The secret fourth one is Save States. Okay, I think what we do, though, is we still... I think this was good up here, right? Wait, oh, fuck. I didn't unequip the sword. We do this. We go here. We're fine. We do this. Go here. We're fine. We do this. I'm using speed up because we just saw it. We go here, we're fine. You go up, you're gonna want to help. You go over, you're gonna want to help. Honestly, Finn, we probably need your help too. Alright. What was it? It was there. Okay, so you equip Iron Lance. You equip Brave Lance. You give Charm. Honestly, we should probably send Seliph up north so we can get our Dancer sooner rather than later. Dermot, you're here for charm purposes. Cool. That's everyone, right? Yeah, that's everyone. Baller, baller, baller. Let's actually watch an enemy phase. Advance War is just called Reset Turn. Yeah, although it's not Fire Emblem, but it is Advance. Like Advance Wars, it's kind of Fire Emblem. It's you know, intelligence systems. I like the Advance Wars Reset Turn mechanic, TBH. Binomials. Binomials makes you see FE units different and has changed my opinion on that. What's binomials? Sorry, I'm not super like tuned in to the SRPG world, even though it's like my favorite genre. I haven't heard of binomials. Advance Wars Turn Reset is basically FE4 saves. Yes, kind of. You can't stagger it. But it kind of is, yeah. Aren't binomials the probability thing? Oh, I'm not good at math. That's why I play Fire Emblem. Lamau. But I don't know. I don't know what binomials is. If it is a math thing, how does it help you with FE12? Because that is a game that just sort of hasn't clicked for me. Wait, oh my god, Tinny. Now you didn't... Stop it. Stop being a tinny. Instead of using averages, use binomials. You'll see what stats a unit will have 90% of the time instead of averages, which are 66% binomials. Wait, what's wrong with averages? Wouldn't averages be just like the majority of the time you're expected to be around that? Basically, it's playing around screw enough that you will always have the stats no matter what. Why is that? Like, genuine question, because I'm math hard. Okay, Oifi. You go up. He's a level 7. My man really be like, I'm level 7. Sounds like the kind of thing that's helpful. Yeah, it actually does sound like it'd be super helpful for Iron Man. Do I want to send him to the home base? We'll keep him here for one more turn. I'm probably going to send him to the home base relatively soon. But we'll keep him here for one more turn. Because I do want to send him through the arena with like a crit jab or something. You have just silver. You have the crit jab, right? Yeah, this one's the crit jab. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Go here like this. I think Lester starts moving up now as well. Because Archer can basically do the mage squad on his own. So maybe Johan also move up.
I find the Cav squad actually to be harder than the Mage squad, TBH, even though mages hit on res, which is obnoxious. Probably leave the healers like here-ish. I don't know, it's weird. Yeah. No, averages it's in the middle of the variance. If your average is 4, you will have around 3 to 5 on that stat. Binomials assumes 3. And okay, so it's like it assumes the lower end of the sort of like expected range, I guess. So where you're like, you know, so it's like what we were talking about with Crest of Fardarius, where it's like it's technically possible for, like, let's say, you know, the unit's base is 2, right? And you get them enough levels that they're expected with their growth rate to have, like, 4. But theoretically they could have 2, but Binomial says it's 3 because, like with Crest of Fardarius, where it's like you're stacking the percentages so hard in your favor that theoretically it could not proc and you would deal 5 less damage, but realistically you assume that it probably does. Am I understanding it correctly? Yes, okay, cool. I actually kind of like that better than averages. But I also think, like, it's harder to pull, that sort of, like, explanation, and for the casual fan, averages are probably more useful. But when doing, like, Iron Manning stuff, Binomial is absolutely more useful. Okay, I think we go one more turn without a tinny moment. We can go one more turn without a tinny moment. So you go here, right? Does that, no, it's here. No tinny moments on my guard. And then we can recruit Tinny and have her retreat or something. Works in FE12 because the growths are high enough to hit relevant benchmarks in one stat and plan around that. FE12, you can't plan around bases, and relying on RNG in FE12 is a really bad idea. Yeah, FE12 is one of those games that it's like, RNG technically exists, but it kind of doesn't. It's weird. Alright, these bows are making things awkward. I mean, I wish every Fire Emblem game had a fix mode in it. I'm so glad they had a fix mode to engage. And it's not, like, broken like the Path of Radiance one. Alright, it's awkward. Oof. Well, I guess he did technically kind of set up a kill. Okay. Hopefully our 2 pre-promotes... Well, I guess Finn's not really a pre-promote, but he kind of is. Can hold things for now. Alright, now Eras, go home. Mana go down. Johan go up. Okay, Brave Lance and then Kanto out of the bow range. Do. Nice! Fee popping the fuck off. Look at her. We're gaming with her. We're gaming. Okay, you... I think you go here. You go here. That... who needs to get physical? Sure, we can do that to Fee. Solana being useful. Lana being useful. Very good, very good, very good. Do. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else? Nope, nope. Okay. We're donezo. Fee, good without magic swords, even more rare than Lester. So, like, I think what's gonna happen, right, is she's gonna transfer into being, like, a utility staffer. Because she has Clawed Blood, so she can wield B-rank staves on promotion instead of, just C. So she'll be able to do stuff like Physic. And since I don't get Leaf, she will be one of only 2 mounted staffers. But her combat is good enough for Chapter 7. And then, like, it'll be potentially decent filler combat for the rest of the game. But she's not holding onto that Brave Lance forever. Which is part of why I wanted to get her Paragon for this, is because this is a map where her combat is, like, passable. And it's not going to maintain. That said, like, even a subpar combat unit is going to be useful when so many of my units just, like, can't do combat, period, because swords. So, like, she's still going to see combat in every single map, but I think she's going to rotate in her role to basically be, like, mounted staffer is the reason that I've got her on my team. If that makes sense. Just because, like, someone's got to fill a leaf-shaped hole in my heart. And it sucks that she can't use Rescue. It really sucks that she can't use Rescue. But we do what we gotta do. You know, Kaga loved swords way too much when so many units are sword-locked. Yeah, and the units who aren't, like, Ares is not a sword-locked unit, but he really fucking plays like one. Because Mistletoe is what makes Ares worth using. Otherwise, he's a training project at a time when you're kind of sick of training units. There we go. There we go. Okay. You know what? As a treat for all the Lester heads out there. Boom. Ugh. Ares, you dastard. Oh, wait, no, he's Southern. I forgot. Ugh. Ares, you dastard. No, that was not Southern. That was, like, Scottish or some shit. Whatever. He's not Southern anymore. He's dead. You can't be both Southern and dead. It's actually illegal. Oh yeah, I've been voicing things since like chapter 3, I want to say. It's like the past 5 weeks, I want to say. I love the voicing. It's fun. It's fun. Okay, now you kill. Okay, we got these cats taken care of. Beautiful. I think we feed these last couple of guys to Fee to sort of like get her over the line. And then I don't think Ares is getting Paragon, right? So he can just go through the arena. Oh yeah, he's got like no. Why does he have so little money? Wait, hold on. What happened to Ares' money? I'm really... That's a weird number for a fixed unit to have in terms of money. Oh! He got castle healing. He spent some money on castle healing. That's what happened. He spent some money on castle healing. Because he came in here with less than full HP. Alright. Time to beat up Leo Tolstoy. Hopefully. But yeah, I feel like this answers the weapon weight question, right? Like, I'm at weapon triangle disadvantage, but I have significantly more hit. Well, like, it's not significant, it's 12 more hit. But still, like, weapon triangle advantage versus weight. Oh, damn. I also love how Ares looks as the Black Knight. It's really cool. I love his battle sprite. FE has the problem of over-nerfing / buffing strategies, like the buff Axis in FE7, and they're just insane. Yeah, although I do think also, sometimes when they attempt to nerf a strategy, they like, attempt to, but then it turns out it's still good, like NOS tanking. In Awakening is insane, so they nerfed it by giving everyone low HP in Fates. But it's still just fine. Like, it's not Awakening levels of just turn your brain off, but it's still incredibly viable. It's not good in Engage or Three Houses, though. Lamau, Three Houses, Nosferatu. The only reason you ever click Nosferatu in Three Houses is if you want extra faith experience on Lysithea. I think the biggest NOS nerf is that 70% of its users suck. Are you insulting Odin Dark? But his darkness is darker than yours! You're just jealous that his darkness is darker than yours. SMH my head. Oh, look at this. 33% versus 98%. His darkness is pretty dark, TBH. Odin will get respect when his magic stat gets... Ooh. Well, that's awkward. Me when I'm not paying attention in the arena. Wait, did he get one shot? It's fine. We just gotta dodge a bunch of 33s. Oh my god, great shield moment. Oh, we got 2 shot. Okay. I mean, we can do it. We can do it. Okay, maybe we can't. Maybe we can't. Oh no, we can. Okay, baller. I won at what did it cost you? Everything. The Iron Lance specifically. Alright, Blacksmith. Do we even care about repairing the Broken Lance? Probably not, because we're going to give him a Jav. We're going to give him one of the Broken Javs. Like one of the Busted Javs. Or the Brave Lance. He can use Brave, right? It's B? Or does he have C? Let's fucking check. I think he actually only has C. Like, Cavs... They don't like Cavs in this, right? Yeah, it's C. Okay, he can use Jav, though, right? So we give him a broken... like a Busted Jav. Jav is C. Yeah, so we give him this Jav, I think. And then that's how he does combat from now on. So yeah, I think what we do is... Fee is going to go ahead and, mop up some experience from these ding-dongs. Okay, we need to not have a tinny moment. I'm gonna make a save state so I don't have to redo Ares' arena stuff. Fake gamer detected. Just, like, in case I mess this up, I don't have to redo the arena, because it wasn't... Like, the arena wasn't skill, it was just spamming A. Excuse me, but that pendant of yours? Huh? It's a memento of my mother. Really? Oh, well then you're Tinny. Oh, I finally found you. Who are you? Here, maybe this will clear things up. This pendant of mine's exactly the same as yours, and I've had it my whole life. You're right. What are you saying? See, decades ago, my mother was a warrior, fighting in Sigurd's liberation army. And after the war, she fled to Seliph with her children. But when I was little, my mother and my newborn sister disappeared. I was left behind with nothing but this pendant. I only recently learned what happened. It was King Bloom of Ulster. He abducted them. He took my family away from me. The rumors I've heard all said Mother had died a while ago, but they also said that my sister is alive. That's you, Tinny. I finally found you after all these years. I came all this way just to see you again. I never knew Bloom did that to Mother. It makes sense, though. I can't remember much of Mother, but I know I never saw her smile or laugh. You're my brother. Oh. I don't suppose you'd like to lay down your arms and join our army, Tinny. We've still got so much to talk about. Thank you, brother. I never did want to fight. Oh, wait. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's a Tinny moment. Yeah, we might have a Tinny moment on our hands. Fudgeroonie. Okay. This is not great. This is why I made the save state. Oh, oops, I just unplugged my headphones. I feel like Odin is decent early, but I feel like a lot of people overrate him because they assume Nos without realizing how... Oh, yeah, no, Nos is a huge investment. Nos is... Like, I like Odin, but I don't think he is, like, by default worth the investment that he requires. Conquest is another game. It's almost as if all the modern games have this, where, it's almost as if all of the modern games have this, where, every unit, like, there's a floor. Because if you choose to invest in a unit, they will, like, do stuff, for you. Odin can absolutely be a potent member of your army. An extremely potent member of your army. The problem is, like, Nos is expensive. And if you want him to work long-term, like, Nos is all he needs in the short-term. And it's not, like, if you just want to use him short-term, you buy Nos for him, and then, like, you give it to Leo later, right? But, like, if you want Odin to work long-term, and I love using Odin, but if you want him to work long-term, he requires multiple seals, because, like, the appeal is, you can put Vantage on him, right? Like, he doesn't need Vantage, but it certainly helps. No! Dodge, 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 dodge. Fuck. Okay, well... We need to not have any tinny moments. So y'all are gonna... We're gonna give you some more time. TBH. Again, like, save states, fake gamer, etc., etc. I just didn't want to do the arena again because there was no skill in that. I was just spamming A until the RNG lined up. I would say he needs Vantage to compensate for his staff deficiencies. Exactly. He's bulkier than Nyx, but not as bulky as Leo. So, like, the appeal to him is you use Vantage, and it, like, makes up for his, it makes up for the fact that, like, his magic is poop. But anyway, my point with that, right, is, like, he doesn't get that for free. Like, there's definitely a case for, like,
saying, and I think the same thing happens with Wyvern Elise to an extent as well. I think Wyvern Elise justifies the investment more than Vantage Nos Odin does. But I don't think you just assume that a unit who benefits from investment gets that investment unless it's like an extreme situation where no one else wants it, right? Or no one else wants it even close to as much. Ooh, this is awkward. Okay, so we do this. Like, I think we assume that Seliph in FE4 gets most of the stuff that he gets, right? But, like, I don't know. It's, if someone makes use of a resource noticeably better than every single alternative, I think that can be assumed. Like, a good example of... actually, she's, like, a good example in both directions, right? Is Jill in Radiant Dawn, right? I think that a lot of people assume that Jill gets every single stat booster in the Dawn Brigade. And I actually disagree with that assessment. I think that it should be assumed Jill gets the Seraph Robe because no one else uses it even close to as well as she does. But I think every other stat booster has at least one person who, like, argues in favor of it. Over Jill. I also don't think it's incorrect to give Jill everything, but I think that the idea of giving her everything as, like, just assumed to be the default, shouldn't be. Like, the Seraph Robe, absolutely. She not only, like, wants it, but she damn near needs it. Like, her HP is pathetic. She's so squishy. I think we move you up one, right? And then we let all y'all come forward. But, like, you know, Zyhark likes the energy drop, or the energy... Yeah, energy drop, is that what energy ring or energy drop? I forget, it's different in different games. The strength one. Zyhark likes that. The speed wing, honestly, I prefer using the speed wing on Har, like just sending it with Ileana to give it to Har, than to give it to anyone in the Dawn Brigade. Which feels weird, but I don't know. I think the best example is Barst in FE12, since he gains so much from a manual, but no one else wants the early ones. And when Marth wants it for endgame, the secret shop opens. That's probably a good example. I just don't know FE12, like, well enough to comment on it, so I'm going to take your word for it, because you seem like you know a lot about FE12. So I think it's a fair assumption to make that that's an accurate assessment of Barst in the manual. I know FE1, the FE1 manual, we assume that Tomas gets it, because he leverages it better than anyone else. I think, like, Tomas needs the manual to be as good as he is in FE1, but you just assume he gets it because no one else really wants it. And, like, the only other person who wants the manual in FE12 is George. But George is just... Like, George uses the manual to just turn into a worse version of Tomas. So it's, like, not even really a competition, right? Because by the time you get the Gradivis, anyone who wants to wield the Gradivis, unless they're RNG screwed, is able to wield the Gradivis. And if you're playing on 0 growths, then they can't get it anyway. So, like, in every scenario, Tomas just, like, leverages the manual super well. When I played Radiant Dawn, I gave the robe to Edward because I didn't think he'd cap at 30. La Mao. Fucking Edward. FE12 Barst is unique because he's the only non-Chris unit with an axe that isn't straight garbage. Isn't Daros supposed to be pretty good? But he joins with D-axes just before the map full of armors, and the general boss is a throne. You want the triangle attack. In the Forever draft that I did with actual Lizard, I got Board Cord and Barst, because I'm based like that. Okay, I think what we do is... we mend. Darius is good, I thought, but he joins late. Yeah, I thought Darius was good, but again, FE12 is not a game I'm super familiar with. So, like, me saying I thought Darius was good isn't saying my evaluation of Darius is good. That's me saying I have heard people who know more about the game than I do say that Darius is good. But if that's incorrect, like, please tell me. Darius is good for an FE12 pre-promote, but that's because the pre-promotes are so bad. That is actually, yeah, that's the most FE12-esque thing I've heard. He's serious with a lot of HP. I mean, it's kind of sad that is a, like, Sirius, who joins a lot later, but with a lot of HP, is actually good for an FE12 pre-promote, is an extremely sad state of affairs, but it's also an accurate one. It's fucking tragic. I got every single Wolf Guard in the series except for FE11 Wolf. Tragic. So you just had to tear the family apart like that. Arcanea sure sounds like a continent. Never mind, his strength is way higher than base Sirius as well. Like, his personal strength, or just because he starts in, like, what is he, like a berserker? Or... I forget what he is. Personal, okay. And he is a berserker. Baller. I got one right. Okay, so talk. Ba da 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 da. You're the only one with 2 range, right? Yeah. So what we can do is this. There we go. All right. Time for some gamering. You go ahead and do this. Nice, nice, nice. Maybe Oifi will sell his crit jav instead of Fee? I don't know, we'll see. We shall see. We'll see. Because I want Fee to actually have a weapon for her combat. And I don't think she gets to keep the Brave Lance. Like, it's just too expensive for her, given the stabbing she wants to do. Although she is going to be selling Paragon, so she is in for some money. Okay. Wait. Thunderbolt and lightning! Very, very frightening. Sag. Okay. There we go. Getting more Brave Lance kills. Maybe she hangs on to the Brave Lance for a little bit longer. We're gonna have to take a look before we end the map. Okay, Who needs healing? Not you. Oh, you can get some healing. Okay. We want to go ahead and try to get experience onto Nanner as well, because then we get lances, basically. In general, lucky due to not being an FE3, because he got bases made for normal. It's still worse than Paula. Yeah, I mean, like, worse than Paula. Everyone's worse than Paula, right? Isn't she just, like, pretty definitively the best unit in the game? I see a little silhouette. Wait, what are we? Galileo got what? Oh yeah, Chris. I forgot he existed. I forgot that Chris existed because in the Forever draft he was free. So just like he got erased from my brain. Or I guess she, if you want to be cringe. What? I'm really confused. What did I start? Bohemian Rhapsody. I know the song. I'm just confused as to why you're spamming the lyrics. We had a special minute because... What reference? Galileo. Did I say Galileo and just, like, forget? It started with Galileo Figaro. Yeah, I know. Thunderbolt and Lightning. Oh, I said Thunderbolt and Lightning, very, very frightening. That is accurate. That is the thing that I said. My brain. My brain is melted because of all the Fire Emblem 4 maps. Yeah. I see that now. I'm just a little bit brain melty. Okay, you can go ahead and heal up Mr. Arthur. Mr. the Aardvark. Me and Kay were going off. Fucking based, though. Like, I was just confused. I was like, what is going on? Why is my chat just singing Bohemian Rhapsody? But I should learn to just not question anything from chat ever. I should just do that. I don't know. I do not recommend having your brain melted. It's bad for your health. Hard to avoid that with the current heat wave. I might even turn the AC up a little bit. It's still pretty hot in here. I'm in a weird situation where, like, my head is hot, but my body is cold. Okay, we are 1 level away from promotion. That said, I'm not sure she's getting it. What's the boss's level? Oh, he's a 16. That's something. There we go. Oh, we got a... Okay. What are they? They're 12s. Okay, that's good. That's good. Alright, what are we doing now? So we have some villages. I don't know who we're giving them to. Let's check people's gold. You're fine. You've got infinite gold. Like, your money does not matter. You're fine. You got the bargain band and over 30k. Like, I don't care. You don't matter because I don't fucking like you. Nana! Nana probably wants gold. Yeah, I think Nana wants gold. Nana can go grab some villages. ounce gold. Maybe Julia? Could Julia afford Physic? If Julia can afford Physic, Julia and Lana should swap their staves around a little bit. You need to go up so I can get my Dancer. I do not... FE4 kills brain cells. It's very true. This map in particular... Well, I say this map in particular has a lot of backtracking, but that's not true. That's just an FE4 moment. That's just FE4 having a lot of backtracking. .exe. There we go. We hit 20. Fucking based. Let's go. He does have the Horse Slayer. So maybe we let Julia get that kill, because she can do it from 2 range, actually. Yeah, I think we use this opportunity to get Julia the kill. It'll be a lot of experience for her. Because he has no 2 range. What's the element at? 95 kills? Lamau. Okay, you... Return. You go here. Our Ultra Carry. Alright, you go down. I'm using Speed Up now to prevent the brain melt. Or at least to reduce the brain melt. Flying Staves is so based. Yeah, I'm very stoked for it. I'm very stoked. We're gonna return her rather than have her fly home because we need experience anyway. So, like, why not, right? And you go here. Like, she has to do an equidistant amount of flying, I think, regardless. An archer can just delete this castle, right? I think that's good for him. It's narratively satisfying for him to kill. Well, I guess he's not technically killing him yet because he pulls a Hubert and does I must retreat. Damn, I've been defeated, but I can't fall here. Oh, right. It's, where's Nana? Yeah, we'll go ahead and return Lana as well, so Lana can sell Physic. Bye, Lana! Move Archer. We L-wind it up. Pew! Sometimes I turn FE4 music off just so it doesn't happen. That is so based and relatable, actually. I just try to avoid the urge to hit speed up, but often fail. Is what my strategy is. I mean, you can see the strat unraveling, right? Okay, so we're gonna sell Physic. We're gonna sell... How do we want to do this?
Probably sell... Recover and restore. Yes. I think warp still stays on her for now, because she can do some warping in Chapter 8. Meanwhile... well, have a good night, Roche. Thanks for tuning in. If speed up with a staff, it would be better than warp. It's a good thing we have S rank. So you know Kaga Saga, has... Oh, wait, oh, fuck. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I meant to go to the arena. Kaga Saga has a save staff. Which is funny. It's, instead of having suspend, you just save using a staff. Wrath Gaming. I still need to get around to playing Kaga Saga. Lizard started playing it recently, and now I want to. It's the most Kaga thing ever. It very much is. It's so well, yeah, no, it's definitely the most Kaga thing ever. Holy shit, those stat gains! I mean, they don't matter because it's tinny, but... There we go. Fucking gaming. They matter because of easier arena. That's true. That's true. We need to get her to promotion so she can get swords, right? Look at her go! Fucking gaming. Turn on the OST on another monitor. Oh, yeah. I mean, so, like, I'm currently in the process of adding post-commentary to an FE1 0% growth playthrough. And all of that, like, the videos are going to be muted, and I'm just going to insert the OST in post-production. Tinny is such a fun unit to use. I mean, a big appeal to the transgender patch that I made is so that you can give Forsetti to Tinny, because Forsetti Tinny, she's so fun. By the way, Lex Arthur is surprisingly good. I mean, Vantage Wrath, yeah. I do think, like, your magic suffers, right? Is, like, the big downside. To the extent where, like, oftentimes the crit's not going to be enough, is what I've heard. Maybe with a magic ring, though, right? Like, if you give her the mage ring, then it makes up for the staff deficit. Like, it does the Odin thing, where, like, the tools make up for the staff deficit. Oh, yeah, you get swords and just go full physical. True, 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 true. That's something that, I guess Arthur and Tinny both do, right? You just have to get them to 20, which is easier because of Paragon. Magic is nothing. Reinhardt is swiftly approaching your location. I mean, that's unironically so based. I kind of want to do that now. No! The Great Shield! Oh, the dodge. Oh, the dodge. Oh, the dodge. Oh my god, no! Another dodge. Gaming. Gaming. Gaming! Yeah, no, because Lex is bulky and he inherits a lot of that from Lex, right? That actually sounds incredibly fun. I mean, yeah, it's either Lex or the blood. I know that, like, a lot of people like to separate the blood from the unit. But for the units that you are unable to separate the blood from, that feels extremely unfair. Like, I had someone, tell me that
Deirdre is the worst unit because all of her stat gains are from her Holy Blood. And, like, okay, but you can't take the Holy Blood off of Deirdre. So, like, I don't think you count all of the stat gains from being from the Holy Blood against her, right? Like, it is a part of her kit, so to speak. I think there's definitely problems with Deirdre. Those problems are availability. But otherwise, like, she has a lot of things going for her. I don't think Tinny does anything the rest of this map, though. Like, she plays on casual mode, and she has silence. I see that as fair. What, like, criticizing a unit for Holy Blood? Yeah, for the Gen 2 units, if you, like, well, I mean, it's, even then, it's like, you know, someone being a good parent because of their blood still makes them a good parent, right? Like, how much the growths are influenced by Holy Blood, is something that just sort of, like, doesn't really, like, matter to me, you know? Like, Lex passed down a bunch of bulk, and I don't know if it's from Lex or from the blood, like, how much of that is from Lex and how much of that is from the blood, but you can't get the blood without Lex, so does it really matter? Ooh, the dodge. Like, either way, if you want to make a unit bulkier by having their mom fuck Lex, like, that's what you do. I will say Arthur's HP is, like, good, surprisingly good regardless of his dad. Like, right now he's at 52 HP with Claude as his dad. I do think Claude is the best dad for Arthur, personally. Not Claude. Claude's the best Sed. I think Lewin's the best dad for Arthur, but that's, like, because for Sed he go whoosh. It has its problems, like, the money thing, is a valid, like, issue that he can run into, but I think it's exaggerated. Because, like, he doesn't need to get every kill with Forseti. Not after, like, he gets a few levels. So this is Darna, the legendary city. Long ago, at the peak of the old war, Darna was the last bastion of the resistance army. It was the last free land in Judkrul. In battle after battle, the overwhelming might of the Lopter Empire devastated the resistance. Ultimately, the last of the resistance soldiers barricaded themselves in Darna's walls. Battered and wounded as they were nonetheless determined to fight to the bitter end. But then, suddenly, there was a miracle. From the heavens descended 12 gods, who bestowed upon 12 young heroes miraculous weapons and immense powers. Thus were born the 12 Crusaders, the heroes who led the resistance to victory. That was the legendary miracle of Darna, yes? Yeah, the very same. And even as we speak, Seliph, there is another miracle dawning upon us. Just as the resurrection of Lopter looms on the horizon, so too are the Crusaders themselves arising in the world once more. I beg your pardon? Don't worry, Seliph, you'll understand soon enough. If you don't play ranked, money is a non-issue. I think Ares is, like, the only character who can run into money struggles, outside of ranked. Obviously, in ranked, it's a whole other bundle, but I feel like Ares is the only character who, like, can run into significant money issues, just because he really leans on Mistletoe as a crutch. I pray that Lena is still unharmed. I must hasten back to Darna. Like, Shannon, uses Balmung as a bit of a crutch, but he still has overkill combat without it, and can make it through the arena pretty easily. Like, I know we just got Ares through the arena as well, without Mistletoe, so maybe I'm, like, over-exaggerating Ares in terms of money problems. But if anyone does, I think it is him. Seliph, at long last it's you. And who would you be? They call me the Black Knight, Odin Dark. Perhaps you would better recognize me as the son of Eldigan. Huh? It can't be. You mean you're the legendary Odin Dark? The very same. I am the son of Eldigan the Lionheart, the man whom your father killed in the coldest blood. My noble mother, the Lady Grian, died racked with grief and rage at Sigurd. It is high time you knew my family's pain. I don't understand, Ares. As I understood it, your father and mine were the closest of friends. As tragic as their end was, I don't believe our fathers could ever have begrudged each other. That's impossible. Sigurd was my father's mortal foe. This is all I've known my entire life. Please listen, Ares. Would you consider joining in my army? I know we could resolve this misunderstanding if we just give it some time. I hold the late Lord Eldigan in the utmost respect, just as my own father did. Please, Ares, please understand this. Seliph, very well. I suppose I can stay my hand for now. However, my aching blood. Should I learn that even a single word of your claim is false, your life is forfeit in your father's place. Do I make myself clear, Seliph? And if that happens, then do as you must. Ares, I wish you could know just how ecstatic our fathers would be that we met at last, if only it were under better circumstances. Yeah, Forseti blood giving speed really helps. It hopes that the Elwind is a weapon that you're likely to get a decent number of kills on regardless. So, even if, like, for me, I feel like I just default to going critical Elwind. But even if you don't have a crit Elwind for Gen 2, I think you're likely to get one. Relatively quickly. So, like, obviously, if you're using the Forseti for every single combat, he's going to run into problems. But I just don't think you should be using the Forseti for every single combat. He needs it in the beginning. He absolutely needs it in the beginning to start snowballing. But, like, even before he gets a horse, once he gets, like, the speed that he needs from his speed growth, and the magic that he needs from his magic growth, like, he can just switch over to an Elwind and be fine. Magic is everything. The biggest utility that the Forseti Tome has is killing Arvis and training an underleveled Arthur in Chapter 6. Like, the stat bonuses it gives you are incredibly useful in the early game, but then they become a little bit of overkill later on, aside from, like, very, very specific, like, bosses and stuff. Okay, we want to repair, warp, and heal. Okay, visit town. So we're selling Paragon at this point. I think we buy Physic, Recover, Restore. We buy these three, yeah. We can sell 2 more items, okay. What are we selling then? Maybe Fee should repair the Brave Lance before selling it. She doesn't need the money. Well, then it's more expensive for someone else to buy, though. Like, repairing the Brave Lance doesn't actually do anything, in terms of the money management. Like, it's more expensive to purchase back. So I don't think I want to repair it before selling it. Because, like, it's gonna cost, the same amount regardless, for the person who's getting it. The only difference is that, it might be too much for them to purchase if Fee repairs it too high. I think she sells the Brave Lance and the Shield Ring.
Actually, let's look at her speed. She probably doesn't need the speed ring anymore, does she? What's her speed at? Oh yeah, we're selling the speed ring and the Brave Lance. So basically what happens, the reason you don't repair a weapon before selling it is that that price just goes into the purchase price of the weapon. Because right now, if you look, the Brave Lance costs $480 because it's a 3-use Brave Lance. Which means anyone can purchase it, right? And then they repair it with their gold. If it was repaired, they would just have to pay the gold that they would use to repair to buy it. But if it gets repaired too high, since you can't control how much it's repaired, like if say I wanted to give it to Ares, which I don't because he can't get it, but let's say I did, right? Like, CC, he can't get it. He doesn't have the gold for, like, a big one. So does not repairing the Brave Lance count as tax evasion? You know, if you want it to, it can. If you want it to, it can. I think Oifi is going to go ahead and sell the big Jav. I think Oifi sells the big Jav and then buys the Brave Lance. I think is what we want. And then Ares is going to go ahead and get the Jav that Oifi sold. Okay, sorry, this is like just the money management part now. Did you go through the arena, by the way? Okay. You go down. Oh wow, I accidentally drew a caulk with my unit formation. Okay, Oifi, go sell the Javelin with 19 uses. Now we're gonna go ahead and buy the Brave Lance. And I believe Oifi wants this, or actually, let's see if Ares can afford this speed ring, because he probably wants it more than Oifi. Oifi's speed is 17. Yeah, 13. So Ares wants it more. First off, we get the cutscene. Layla, where are you? Answer me! Ares. Oh, is everything okay, Layla? No, it's not. But someone from the Liberation Army rescued me. And I knew you'd come, Ares. Layla, I beg your forgiveness. I was a fool, so very foolish. I should have heeded your word. It's okay. After all, you're here now. I swear to you, I will never let this happen again. And I swear I'll try to keep my big mouth to myself from now on. Don't ever leave me again, Ares. Okay. This chapter is so fucking long that even my late ass still has the final castle. Also, Pog notable lance user Ares. I wouldn't necessarily call him a notable lance user. But he is a user of lances. Okay, so yeah, he can get... He cannot get both the Javelin and the Speed Ring. He'll be able to get the Speed Ring for next chapter, though. Which is good enough. Oh, right, doesn't this have a ring in it? Is it skill? That's true. I prefer Sylvia because I like the Triple Charm. I love Triple Charm. I'm very high on it. There we go. Okay, you just have to hit. You just... Oh, you bitch. Oh, you bitch. Oh, well. We tried. A for effort. Okay, crunch. Very crunch. I think we feed all of the villages to eras. Actually, instead of the speed ring, can I get into Paragon with all these villages? Probably not. Yeah, no, I can't. Because I got greedy and stole a couple of them with Finn and Nana. Oh well. There we go. Oh, I mean, like, you don't need Triple Charm, but I like it. It's nice. There's a surprisingly high amount of times which you can do it. Like, where it's impactful, right? Yeah, and I think we start moving Seliph to get those castles. I'm always in for hit/avoid bonus. I am also, I'm also a big fan of hit stacking, avoid stacking, crit stacking, you know, and 30 is a big number. 30 is a big swingy number. It's higher when you consider that you can also use Seliph's leadership if he's not the carry. And wife and sibling bonuses. Or lover and sibling bonuses. Yeah, so I think Oifi wants to repair. Wait, not pawnbroker, blacksmith. I think Oifi just repair the lance, yeah. Darna is lorded over by Count Bramzel, who's as revolting as they come. If he isn't playing the slimy sycophant to some visiting Granville noble or other, he's prancing around like he's the god's gift to kings. Ugh. Sooner somebody sticks a sword in that pig of a man, the better. Oh, good night. It ain't that simple, though. But standing between you lot and Bramzel is the best mercenary force his money can buy. No, it's not. They're dead. One of them is Ares. Bro!
Bro! One of them is Ares, the strongest of them all. You fucking don't feed his ego. He's still just a kid, but he's frightfully strong because he's got the magic blade called the Mistletoe. From what I heard, the mercenary captain Jabaro found Ares as a weak kid and took him in to a real close, I hear. You ain't got much of a chance against Ares. Sorry to rain on your parade like that, kid. Here, take this shield ring as apology. You ought to be able to get some use out of this. Yeah, that Ares kid, that Ares guy, real strong. You can't win against Ares. Okay. Okay, we mend Rooney. Mend Rooney. And time for Seliph to go to Castletown. And I guess we kill the boss now. Can we do it with Elmond? And let's use Forsetti. what are you? Wait, could it be? Bloom, I've waited years for this moment. You took my mother and sister from me, and today you'll finally pay. Gah, impudent whelp, just try me.
Rescue would be very nice for FE4, TBH.
How could I lose? I've no choice. For now, I must retreat to Connaught.
Okay, so now we just need to move you two. Does she have a talk combo? I think he does, right? Nope. Okay. I thought they did. Okay, well, you can mend Rooney. Oh, okay, we get a level up. Strength, skill, speed. She wants to be a combat unit. She wants to be a combat unit so bad. Look at her fucking 11 strength. She wants to be a combat unit so bad. She just needs to promote so she can get lances. Dun, 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 dun. Did you get every village yet? No, Ares is gonna go grab them all, though. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-da-da-da-da-da. Bum, bum, bum. I'm hoping to get Ares Paragon by next chapter. Between every single village, the fact he can theoretically sell the shield ring and he can get Patty's next gold dump, should be able to. Oh, especially since Patty has a little bit more gold than it appears she does. Because she can sell this shit. Nana trying to be like Dad, but without the lance rank. Depressing. She'll get it eventually! She'll get it eventually! She needs to repair some stuff before the next map, too. Okay, I think she does this. Okay, Ares, you're gonna go get some gold. This is why you power level Seliph. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I can't. Like, it's so tragic. Bloom's got some terrifying warriors on his side. There's Banga, Fatla, and Ariu, a powerful trio of sorceress sisters. Then there's Tinny, a young mage. Bloom's niece she may be, but that girl's got a kind heart on her. She's come to the aid of our village and the aid of our neighbor villages time and time again. She's nothing like her family. King Bloom and his queen Hilda have got 2 children between them, Ishtar and Ishtor.
Ishtar's ruling over Manster right now, and Ishtar is poised at Fort Melgellin, both doing Bloom's dirty work. Unlike their folks, they're fine youths. You'll sure to face them sooner or later. Be on your guard, stranger. So I think the idea is that Finn, Nana, and Leaf are supposed to visit all of these villages. So the lore dumps you get from these villages assume that it's Finn, Nana, and Leaf doing it. Like, the return strat is not Kaga's vision. Okay, so now we can sell a bunch of stuff. All this stuff that I just passed down to be gold. That's nice. Hello, Anna. There we go. And then, are there any staves in the armory that I particularly care about? No. I don't think I care about that. The heal. I guess theoretically... Well, no. We can give that to someone else who doesn't already have a mend staff, right? Because she has mend, yeah. So, I think we just go to the blacksmith, repair mend. And then she's set for the next map.
So she's set right now.
Near the end of the war all those years ago, this entire region was conquered by King Bloom, the son of Duke Reptor. His rule's been one tragedy after another. Just when we thought it couldn't get any worse, now he's got those child hunts happening. We can't take this anymore. Alright, what do we got gold-wise? Alright, so next... No more things, right? Yeah. Does anyone need to go through the arena who hasn't yet? I just want to double check before ending. I think everyone's gone, like, as far as they're getting in the arena, right? Okay, you are not going through the arena because you're a swordie. You're not beating 7 because you're an axie. You're not doing it because you're a swordie. Oh yeah, Finn can go through the arena. That would benefit him. Alright, so I think we go iron for the first dude. And then basically just pivot to silver. Okay, at this point we go silver. And we just do silver until we lose. Or until we clear out the whole thing. Yeah, we cleared it out. Nice. Okay. Lester, how'd you do in the arena? Actually, 6 is healthy. 6 is very good. I think we repair the bows, right? Yeah. Doesn't matter. Beat it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yeah, it's looking like everyone has done as much arenaing as they can. We tried extending Julia. It wasn't gonna happen. Yeah, it's looking like it. Looking like it. Okay, cool, 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 cool. All the villages are blue, so we visited them all. Yeah, I think that's, everything. We can check people's inventories. Let's do inventory check. Yep, seems good. Yep. Oh, wait. Okay. Do we want to crit Jav on Finn? We might. The only other crit Jav, right? The only other crit Jav is... Okay, so we can put Oifi's Jav on Finn, which is not a crit Jav. Strength is not very good, though. Hold on, I'm thinking. I'm trying to think if, like... I think Finn's combat is more important next map. So, we sell the crit Jav over to him. What can we get from the armory? Yeah, I think we just grabbed the Slim Lance, right? Because it's just better than iron. Isn't it just like, it's more power? No, it's just more hit and less weight. Yeah, so we grabbed the Slim Lance. I think that's good enough for her. Because she's like, she's past the point where her combat's actually going to matter. And because of that, I think we sell the Power Ring too, right? Can Finn afford both the Crit Jav and the Power Ring? Let's see. I don't think he can. He can. No, he's got the money for it. Okay. Sorry, this just be how FE4 be. But I do think at this point we sell the Power Ring. Does anyone need the Power Ring right now? I don't think any, like, Finn benefits from it. Because Finn's going to be doing a lot of combat at the beginning of next chapter. And his strength is not super great. Yeah, so I think we'll do that. Like, he's only got 16 strength. Okay, so we grab the Power Ring. And the Jav. And we can actually probably grab the Shield Ring, too. Like... Because the Fee... I think Fee is, like... This was the Fee combat chapter, right? Her combat's not going to be phenomenal going forward. So I think what we do is we have her sell the Shield Ring, too. Like, she's just going into utility/filler role now. So she sells the Shield Ring, because she's just not going to be doing combat. Like, she's a staff bot now, right? That can do combat, but it's not her primary purpose. And Finn, in order to, like, keep up, Finn kind of needs the boost. Alright, you
are very close to being able to get the speed ring, which would help you. You can sell the armor slayer for it. It's not, this is not its permanent home, but it's a temporary home. What else we got? You can grab wind. It's just good. Like, it's just good to have wind. What have you got? Mend. You got recover, physic, restore. That's good, that's good, that's good. Mend, return, that's good. You've warp, right? Yeah, you've warp and heal, that's good. Yeah. I mean, he needs to repair the Elwind, but other than that, we're good. What's your Jav at? 97? Yeah, so we are Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. Okay, okay, okay. Time to seize. Time to seize. We've done our end of map preps. Time to seize. Excellent work, Seliph. Thanks to you, Ulster is finally free from the Empire. I wouldn't get too excited, Lewin. King Bloom yet lives. I assume he's fled to Konad or some other... I assume he's led to Konad amidst the flurry of Ulster's capture. And these sorts of things can't be helped. After all, the war is just beginning. We're only now starting to carve a foothold into the Thracian Peninsula. And yet, the citizens are already so eager to support us. I've seldom seen such joy. For the first time, they've got hope for a future, free from the Empire's abuse. You're the people's last hope, Seliph, but the worst of the war still lies ahead, huh? Mm-hmm. And yet, I have so much incredible talent fighting by my side. Specifically Arthur. With such amazing Arthurs with me, I know no challenge will be too great. Yeah, you'll do just fine, Seliph. The two faces of the Thracian Peninsula are as distinct as night and day. The peninsula's north, once ruled by several small kingdoms, is graced with rice pastures, while the south, the kingdom of Thracia, is a harsh wasteland dominated by vast mountains. In ages past, seeking to claim the life-giving northern land as their own, Thracia's infamous Draco Knights have led countless brash attempts to conquer the north, only to be repelled at every turn by the might of House Leonster. Thracia looked to have won at last following their slaughter of Leonster's army in the Yid Desert, only to be defeated in turn by Bloom of Frege, who claimed the land as his own. And so the so-called Kingdom of North Thracia was born as yet another servant of the Empire. Over a decade has passed since then. Not even Thracia's King Travant, as ambitious a man with a thirst for power and glory, dares to challenge the will of the Empire, and so a strange peace looms over the religion. Sorry, every time I hear King Travant, it reminds me of the Shia patch, where, for those who have, anyone who hasn't played, so, Fire Emblem 5's first patch was the Shia patch, and, it was bad, but, it had a lot of funny stuff in it, and one of them was that the ending for Sias, Sias is like a priest staff bot person, right? His ending was translated as, "It's not over, I King Trabant."
the fucking image so I can put it on stream. Hold on. Oh, wait. No, Google doesn't have a screenshot? You're gonna have to believe me, but yeah, the first Thracia patch mistranslated the ending, so that, I think it was Sias, one of the staff bots, had an ending that was just, it not over, I King Trabant. Sorry, every time I hear his name, that's all I think of. Or so it did until the arrival of Seliph and his liberation army. Bloom's defeat at his own capital has abruptly tipped the balance of the Thracian stalemate. Both Ulster and Leonster territories now lie under the Liberation Army's control, forcing Bloom to retreat to Connaught and muster the strength to take Ulster back. The southern Mainster castle, governed by the goddess of lightning, Princess Ishtar, braces itself for the threat of Thracian invaders. Meanwhile, across the border in Thracia itself, both King Trabant and his broader watchman, General Makalov of the Meath Castle, remain eerily silent. The people are united in their fondest wish, for the entirety of the Thracian peninsula to return to the rule of House Leonster. And so dawns yet another battle. Bum, 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 bum. We're not doing this one either, but I do want to do the opening cutscene and maybe arena stuff. Ugh, curses! Never did I imagine that the rebels could pose such a threat. Banba, how could the three of you get yourselves killed and cowed into fleeing? What a disgrace. 1,000 apologies, my lord. Oh, right, he's German. I frickin' forgot already. Banba, how could the three of you get yourselves killed into fleeing? What a disgrace. 1,000 apologies, my lord. However, you've nothing to worry about anymore. Even as we speak, General Muhammad prepares the brigade to... I fucking forgot about Muhammad, too. Oh my god, this game. It's just fucking, Chagall. It's just Chagall. We too shall rejoin the fray shortly. Don't you fail me this time. And what of King Dravant? Why are the promised Thracian reinforcements nowhere to be seen? We've not to receive any response from any of the messengers so far. Gah, what in the blazes is this snake thing? King Dravant is an ambitious man. To blindly trust him would be foolish. No matter. Even without his forces, we have more than enough power to stop the rebels cold. Vanva, Forta, Aereo, move out at once. This time we leave not a single rebel alive. Yes, my lord, we will not fail. Sir said, please, we can't all take much more of King Bloom's abuses. How long until Mainster is free from the Empire? Don't lose hope now. Even as we speak, Lord Seliph and his liberators are out there fighting for the district. They'll be here before long. Go, tell your friends and family freedom is so very nearly in reach. Please, my friends, believe me, Mainster's freedom is fast approaching. The German talking shit, yet where's your Uber? I don't see it. Well, he gave it to, his daughter. The Thorhammer. Pardon me, father, but King Bloom is requesting our aid yet again. The Empire has already lost both Ulster and Leonster to the Isaac rebels. He wishes to use us to help reclaim them. The Isaac rebels are led by that Seliph brat, Sigurd's spawn, correct? Poor Bloom. He's getting so old. Even little children are a thorn in his side. Pay Bloom no heed, Arion. The Empire and the rebels are best left to break themselves upon each other for now. We'll mop up the leftovers once they're nice and weak. I should have known, father. All along you've been waiting out Bloom's little storm, haven't you? Ah, but of course. It'd make no sense to bend over backward for the man who snatched our hard-won north out from under our noses, would it? Leonster's downfall should have meant a peninsula unified under our rule. I'll neither forgive nor forget Bloom's craven conquest. Conquest reference in FE4. Conquest reference. Even now, we lack the power to truly match Granville on an even battlefield. I can only imagine your frustration, Father. Thrasia's fate depends on a unified peninsula. The verdant northern soils are the perfect cure for the famine and poverty racking our south. We've been shunned and vilified for centuries, dismissed as ravenous hyenas. And yet, what choice did we ever have? If not for our answer to this world's craving for sellswords, Thracia would have never had the funds to barely survive as we do. We've toiled in poverty long enough, Arion. It's high time Thracia carved itself a future. A future, I might add, which depends on the outcome of the game laid before us. I have a bad feeling about this, Seliph. Is Leonster well guarded? I believe so, but then again, reinforcing it further certainly wouldn't hurt. Should I send them some support? Do it. With Bloom still on the loose, Connaught, there's no sense in skipping out on the defenses. Oh, and we've also received a plea for help from the people of Manster Castle. The sooner our forces reach them, the better. Very well, we shall make the first move. So Seliph decides to heed the call for reinforcements by sending 2 people who can't actually use weapons, and Finn. I don't think this is gonna go well. That's why I wanted to give Finn stuff, because he's like up here and we gotta deal with all this junk. This guy's scary, by the way. Ovo's a little bit scary. And then we got these fuckers. Not them. These fuckers. Right? They got the foot legs. And then Ishtar's gonna show up too. So it's gonna be, like, annoying. We also have to deal with Hannibal. And his brave weapons. Why is Trevant making the most reasonable argument so far? Yeah, I've always liked Trevant, actually. I've always really liked Trevant as a villain. Like, he's definitely a villain, but he's the most reasonable. Like, if anyone's the Camus, Trevant is the Camus. Trevant and Arion, right? Or whatever. Like, since we were talking about Camus earlier. Like, I really don't like, Ishtar and Ishtar. Ishtar's the one who, like, is the earring guy, and Ishtar's the daughter, right? I always get them confused. But I don't really think, like, the daughter, I get it, she's in love, but, like, the whole, like, even though, like, you know, theoretically, like, maybe smuggling some children out or whatever, I get it, but it's just, like, it's hard for me to buy her as sympathetic, when a lot of what it is just, like, she's down bad for that demon dick. Whereas, like, Trevant, he does some pretty horrible things. That is undeniable. But I get his motivation. If Gale is a Camus, who's Gale? What game is Gale from? I don't recognize it offhand. FE6. Oh, true. Yeah, no. I agree. I would agree with that, actually. They're not the same, obviously. But there's a lot of similarities. There's similarities, definitely. I really like Trevant as a villain. One of my favorites, TBH. In both games that he appears in, I think he's definitely better in FE4. I prefer him in FE4. His characterization's, like, different in 5. But I like him in both of them. But yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. I think I'll do arenas at the beginning of next stream. Probably, rather than doing them now. Yeah, I like this, though. I like what we got here. Oh, I gotta do one thing. I do one thing. Right. Where's you? Okay, so we can get Paragon on you. Actually, how much gold does she have? Will it cap him out? It doesn't overflow, right? Like, she'll still keep some. So, we'll give it to him. But, because I don't want to forget to do this, right? Is the big thing. So, we get Paragon. We repair the crit jav. And then we make a save state. No swords. And yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is do the arena at the start of next stream. Just so, you know, it'll be like a warm-up or whatever, like, people can start, like, to do some, sort of like the countdown, but rather than actually be the countdown, it is the arena, because it's just, like, a nice, like, less, impactful beginning. Wait, fuck, I forgot Eris had Vantage. Is that normal? Huh, I forgot about that. But yeah, y'all have a good evening. Bye.